Welcome, Eagle fans. Coach, it is week 1
Starting over again
of the postseason. That's right.
Is.
Yeah. So welcome to the week 1 postseason Eagle Coaches Show on the OCS Sports Network. I'm here with head coach Stephen Fitzhugh, and we're going to take a look back at the week 10 game against Oak Grove, and then look forward to the playoff run that we have in front of us moving forward. And you know, there's a lot of things that we can talk about. There's a lot of things that can play out when it comes to playoffs. And Coach, I just want to tell you real quick, it's not always, I guess, exciting to talk about a loss, but I appreciate you coming on.
It happens.
It happens. It happens. And I'll tell you this too. If before the season started, if somebody would have said, "Hey, what if the Eagles go 9-1 this year?" I'll say, "Hey, that'd be a great season."
It is. I mean, and that's the thing. That's what I told the guys after they were still down on Friday. I was like, let me just explain. We've had more state championships than we have undefeated seasons. Mm-hmm. I mean, and you look throughout the state this year, out of 300 and something schools, I think there were 9 or 10 teams that finished 10-0. And so it is hard to do. But, you know, again, we treat it one game at a time. I mean, again, you know, 9-1 is a great record. There's a lot of teams that have gone through OCS that'd love to be in that situation. And, you know, and so – and again, another thing, you never like to lose. You like to learn your lessons through wins and stuff like that. But you learn a lot in a loss and experience adversity and things like that. And so, again, we look at film every week, whether we win, lose, and evaluate things. Yeah,
so first year in 2A, you know, you move up to 2A this year. New district, you go 6-1 in the district. And, I mean, it seemed like we really kind of had an imbalance within our district with the, you know, the first half of our district, the teams, you know, some of them didn't make the playoffs, and then you finish, you know, with Mangum, Faraday, and Oak Grove, and of course finish out the season 9-1 and 6-1 in district. And so looking back at the game on Friday, so this was the first time all season that we've been down 2 scores. All season. I think Delhi scored on their first possession, so we were down 6-0 or 7-0 there. But after that, we haven't been down 2 scores, so we kind of ran into a buzzsaw having to respond to that. So really the one thing I want to ask, every time that we've won the coin toss this year, we've deferred. Would you go back and do anything different and try to get the ball first?
No, we defer again. Yeah. And you know, and again, is defensively speaking, I mean, you know, it's one of those things. Oak Grove will tell you that's the best game they've played all year.
I believe it.
And I'll be the first to tell you it's the worst game we've played all year. And but again, that's great to have that battle like that week 10. You know, and going back and looking on film at things, you know, again, things uncharacteristic. Defensively, a lot of it after it wasn't as horrific as it seemed. That night, as we looked at film, it came down a lot of times one person not doing their job, you know, whether it's a D lineman or a linebacker on this play or a defensive back on this play. So many times, 9 or 10 guys are doing it right, and it just takes one. You know, defensively, each person has a gap that they're assigned to on our different blitzes and things like that. And that's what it came down to. We actually, I keep a chart defensively of our opponent runs. You know, how many runs do they have of 1 to 3 yards? How many 4 yards to 7 yards? 12 yards plus is what I consider a big play, running play. And, you know, there were 22 plays that Oak Grove had 3 yards or less on a run. Mm-hmm. And that's actually the most that we've had against any team this season. Granted, some of that's because of the running clock against the other teams. But some of the plays that they hit big were some of the plays that we had also stopped. And so it just comes down to every single play, each person has to do their job. And so that's one thing we've got to correct defensively. Offensively, I think we had 3 turnovers, and I don't think we've had 3 all season.
I agree.
And so, again, one of those things you learn from, bounce back, and it's exciting to start a new season. That's, you know, one thing I like about a Thursday game, win or lose, you get to watch the film on Friday and it's done with, and move on and get ready for the next game. And so Again, we'll learn from the things that we experienced the other day, learn from the adversity. And these guys have responded and had a great week this week in practice.
Well, there's a couple things that that are kind of that you kind of stick with every week. A lot of it, you've already mentioned it, are big plays. The other thing, turnovers, you also mentioned that. And so Thursday night during the game, momentum, in the broadcast booth, we talked about momentum a lot because, it was something tangible that was in the air. So I was looking, Oak Grove ran 56 plays. On 7 of those plays, they had 7 plays for over 20 yards, and that accounted for more than half of their yardage.
I can get more specific. They had 5 plays of over 40 yards.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And so, and it is. It's about don't give up the big play. That's what we try to preach defensively is be sound, but number one above all things, don't give up the big play. And they did. They had 5 plays of over 40 yards.
Yeah, so that's big. It's not just big, with the yardage and the points on the board, but also with the momentum, in the stadium. And then, of course, the turnovers. You mentioned, we had 3 turnovers, and it seemed like, you have turnovers, and those things happen. And sometimes you can get by without allowing points or things like that. Didn't happen the other night, but, again, it goes back to the momentum because – we had an interception before halftime. We had the fumble, the strip sack. So those were the 3 turnovers. But it just seemed like they were just really at inopportune times. When those things happened, it would just kind of suck the air out of the team. So, I think momentum played a huge part in that game the other night.
There's no doubt. I mean, and again, turnover war is the biggest statistical thing of anything because it keeps you from scoring and, again, gives them the opportunity to capitalize. And our goal is to be +2. That we have 2 more takeaways than what we give up. And, keeping stats for the last 25 years on that defensive statistic and offensive statistic, the times that we are +2, that we have 2 more takeaways than what we give up, I think in the last 25 years there's been 3 games that we have not won when we're +2. And so, again, that's the biggest stat of everything is win the turnover war. And, again, another thing on top of that, I believe, is eliminate the big play. You go back to ball games and, again, we go Southern Lab last year. They completed only 5 passes out of 20 in the game. But 4 of those passes went for 40 yards or more. And so, again, it's about eliminate the big play, make them play another play, and stuff like that. So, again, those are all things that affect as you talk about the momentum because you can feel that energy surge and stuff like that. So that's where we have been very good, I think, all year long is taking care of the football, eliminating the big play, and then when we have created turnovers, our offense has capitalized on those. And, we did not create any turnovers by Oak Grove the other night. And so, again, that's the big factor in your tight ball games.
So, you mentioned this is the best Oak Grove has played all year, and I agree with you. You look through their scores and things like that, and even there's a lot of players that played this past Thursday that we've seen for 3 years. But, for instance, Jackson Bradley, he has not played a game like that against us at all. He looked like a different player. And, in the second half, the running back, Jay Freeman, kind of got going. I think a lot of that did have to do with the momentum. I think a lot of it did have to do with the number of plays. Like you said, we didn't have a running clock for the first time all season. We didn't get one against Faraday. But did we? I don't think we did. No, the number of plays. But so, it was frustrating at times, and I could see the frustration on the players, some emotional frustration. Is that something that you guys looked at on film and talked about?
Absolutely. We've talked about, again, that's the first time we've had adversity all year. And so how do you handle that adversity during the game? Your body language, things like that. Just, in my philosophy, as long as there's time on the clock, there's always a chance. You keep fighting, keep plugging, and try to make good things happen. And so, again, I feel like our guys have bounced back, had a great week of practice, and again, excited about a new season. You learn from the past. Again, Oak Grove has an outstanding team, and it was exciting to play them week 10 for the district championship. And so, again, that was their night, and hats off to them. And you know what? We're going to learn from the things and, pull our boots back up and let's get going.
Yeah, we got a whole new season in front of us, and so I'm with you, Coach. Let's turn the page. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break because I think everybody saw the game. Everybody saw how it turned out. Week 10, finished the season 9-1. Again, great season. Tough loss for the guys, tough loss for for the coaches and the fans. But like you said, if you can analyze it and use it for good going into the playoffs, learn from it. And let your guys. You said it. If you said it once, you said it 1,000 times. You get better. Mm-hmm. You got to get better, even in a difficult loss like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, get a word from our sponsor McDonald's, who has partnered with us for this coaches show. We'll come back. We'll talk to some of our seniors, 2 of our managers. We're going to have our managers on this week.
They do a phenomenal job. It would not happen without those guys. I know you're going to visit with them, but it is a heart of a servant, and there is so much that goes on behind the scenes day to day. I mean, these guys come up here on their days out of school as well and serve the team when they could be sleeping in or doing something else. And so just real proud of Drew and Casey and what they've meant to our program. Just so proud of them.
Yeah, and I get to sit with them at practice when I come out and watch practice sometime and see all the variety of things that they do, whether it's fixing equipment, getting kind of some first aid type stuff for the guys, or piloting a drone, whatever they got to do. And like you said, it is an act of service. And so I look forward to talking to those guys, and then you and I will come back and we'll talk about the upcoming matchup against Glenbrook. So stay tuned.
There are 2 Big Mac burgers now? Never had a Big Mac.
If you're gonna try your first Big Mac, you gotta go with the original. Can't go wrong with the classics, right?
Nah. If you're gonna try something new, go with the new Chicken Big Mac. It's got special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and 2 chicken patties
on a sesame seed bun.
Stop saying everything I'm saying. I'm not. Yes, you are. No, you are. No, you are.
So what will it be? The Big Mac or the Chicken Big Mac?
Yes.
The Chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can.
Welcome back to the OCS Coaches Show on the Eagle Sports Network, and I'm here with 2 key senior members of our 2024 football team. I've got Kason Gerald and Drew Canterbury. Both of them are number MGR.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Number MGR. Yeah.
Number MGR. These are our 2 managers, and, guys, a lot of times, I actually get to spend a lot of time with you guys. I go out and watch practice from time to time, and they won't let me practice with them. So I'll stand over there with you guys on the sidelines, and I think y'all are doing a great job. A lot of times it's overlooked. I know that the coaches appreciate you and the players appreciate you, but the fans don't always get to see what you guys do. But before we get into that, how'd you become a manager? I'll start with you, Casey. How'd you become a manager?
So I played throughout middle school, and it really wasn't my thing. And going into freshman year, I really I knew I was going to quit after. I was a lineman, and I didn't have the passion for playing like people like Jackson or Bo did, and I just kind of felt burnt out after practice. But I really liked being on the team. I liked the away games and the Thursday practices, and that was really special to me. And so after I quit, I would go watch the games. It just wasn't the same. I felt like I was missing out on something that I'd been a part of for years. And so going into junior year, or the end of sophomore year, my buddy Drew, he would be out there managing, and he said it was a great time. And he said, it's just like being on the team, but you don't have to put in the work. You still have to do some stuff, but it's not, exhausting. And so I talked to Coach Fitchy about it, and he was more than excited to let me manage.
So do y'all have to run hundreds?
We don't have to.
Okay.
We do sometimes.
You do?
Yeah, from time to time.
Yeah. All right. Well, what about you, Drew? How'd it come about, you being a manager?
Well, my oldest brother, or my middle brother, really, he was a manager in around 2014 through 16. And so I always had on the back of my head, it sounded interesting. And freshman year, I was actually signed up to play. And one day I was running the track, and Miss Kim was out there and said, we have Noah, and he's the only one there. And my brother did, and she asked if I thought about doing it. I was like, sure. And so that next day I started, and from there kind of learned what to do, and it's been a great time.
Yeah. So you were a manager with Noah.
I was.
His last year. So you've been there. You've been doing it for 4 years.
I have.
And you've been doing it for 2 years.
Yes.
All right. Very cool. So, you talk about being part of a team, and if we win a state championship, you'll get that. You'll get the district T-shirts. You get all those things. But day to day, not many people know what happens with the manager. I'll start with Drew this time, okay? Because I know that y'all don't do the same thing as each other every single day. So, Drew, what are your responsibilities mainly consist of on a practice day?
Make sure that everyone's there and go through the locker room. It's anything needs to be fixed, helmets, pads. I'll fix that. Make sure Kaysen's doing water with Jackson Murray, our new manager. And just get hats, fly the drone sometimes. That's about pretty much what I do.
Yeah, so I've seen you out there fly that drone, and it's I look at the film, and it's pretty cool to see the drone footage. And I know that you're our pilot on duty. So, Kaysen, what do you do on practice days?
I mean, I just, whatever Drew's not doing, I'll do. We kind of like fill in for each other. I mean, I mostly just do water, and then I'll sit outside, wait for the coaches to tell me to do something.
Yeah, hey.
I mean,
That's
there's not
needed.
too much that goes on during practice besides that.
As long as you get all the water prepared and everything else.
Throw the football.
Throw the football during practice. All right, game days, right? A little bit different. All right, Kaysen, I'll start with you. On game days, y'all don't leave school for home games. You travel with the team. So let's talk about leading up to the game or getting the bus or trailer loaded. What do you have to do on those days?
I mean, you said to load the bus or the trailer. I mean, so we just load everything up.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not
Y'all
too
don't
much
check
to
to make sure everybody has everything.
Miss Kim has this paper we double check.
triple check it.
So that's what you do too.
Pretty much. Day before on Thursdays, we'll get everything out in the hallway and then double check our paper. And then when it gets on the trailer, hope we didn't leave anything.
Okay. What about during the games? What happens during the game?
A lot. Yeah, we have to deal with headsets, waters. We have to deal with people that need tape. Sometimes there'll be injuries that, we have to get them ice.
Okay.
Those headsets are trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Those batteries die so much.
No, so y'all are running headsets up to the booth and batteries up to the booth to get all that taken care of. Very cool. Okay, so it does take up a lot of time. Y'all are committed. If you're a manager here at OCS, you're committed to the team. But I know you guys have other things going on in your life, even after football season. So what are you going to do? What do you like to do outside of being a manager of the football team, taking care of our boys?
I'll go. I like working on cars, driving. I'm super mechanical, anything like that. Hang out with my friends, go to the movies, throw football.
Tennis?
I do play tennis too.
Okay.
Big sport.
Yeah, so tennis and manager, any other sports that you play?
I used to play basketball, but not this year.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, outside of my favorite hobby, filling waters, I like to hang out with my friends. I'll play the game. I like to draw, but other than that, it's just school and football.
Yeah. All right. So you're seniors this year, okay? Kind of a big transition year of your life. You go through your senior year. A lot of people's favorite year of high school, of course. Maybe, I don't know. But let's talk about plans for next year. What are you going to do after you graduate? And I'll start with Drew this time.
I plan to go to Ole Miss or LSU, and I don't know what I'm going to major in. I'm just kind of bouncing around the place from pre-med to finance to engineering.
Okay.
Any of those three, and I'm actually thinking about being equipment manager.
So that's what I was going to ask. I mean, you can get scholarships, to universities and schools for being an equipment manager. So that's something you're looking into?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Be on the sidelines over there with Lane Kiffin, maybe?
Be pretty cool.
What about you, Kaysen? What's going on next year?
I mean, we're still in the planning phase, but I'm probably going to go to tech. I don't know what I'm going to major in. I'm probably going to get an engineering degree, and that's about all I know.
All right. Well, look, I do want to say thank you guys, one, for coming on our coaches show. And I've been around the sport enough to know the importance of what you guys do. And so I want to say thank you for that, also for helping take care of our team. Football's a big deal here, so I'm grateful, and I get to watch. I know it's being a manager in a way is an act of service, right? And and so you're kind of sacrificing your free time and all that stuff so that you can help some other people. And I actually got the chance with Kaysen to go to Honduras this year, so serve some people down there. And so again, I want to thank you guys for your acts of service here at the school and outside of school too. Want to wish you the best. I hope that y'all do well next year. And hey, and I hope we got 4 more games left this year. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And we finish out in New Orleans. So thank you again for coming on. We'll be back in just a minute with head coach Stephen Fitzhugh to talk about the upcoming game against the Glenbrook Apaches in round 1 of the 2024 LHSAA state playoffs. So stay tuned.
There are 2 Big Mac burgers now? Never had a Big Mac.
If you're gonna try your first Big Mac, you gotta go with the original. Can't go wrong with the classics, right?
Nah. If you're gonna try something new, go with the new chicken Big Mac. It's got special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and 2 beef chicken patties
on a sesame seed bun.
Stop saying everything I'm saying. I'm not. Yes, you are. No, you are. No, you are.
So what will it be? The Big Mac or the chicken Big Mac?
Yes.
The chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can.
Welcome back, Eagle fans, to the OCS Coaches Show. Week 1, going into the playoffs, Coach, and had a chance to talk with Kaysen and Drew. Really enjoyed spending time with those guys. Love their attitude when it comes to taking care of the team and the equipment and all those things that they do. So
they're great guys, servants that everybody notices the touchdown guys on the field and the guys that make tackles or interceptions or whatever. But we would not make it without Kaysen and Drew. Those guys. They make things happen. They allow us as coaches to coach, and that's something that, again, is a blessing to have those guys serve, and they come every day with a great attitude, and just so appreciative of them.
Yeah, going to be tough to replace after this season, but before we look forward to the season being over, Coach, we've got a playoff run. And our first game, we're going to host the Glenbrook Apaches. Historically, we've only had 1 game against those guys,
and it was a battle.
It was a fantastic game. I remember Landon Graves like a 90-yard run, and it looks like around the 20 he runs out of gas, and then he finds some type of gear that I don't even know, didn't even know existed, and finishes it off. I mean, it was just a fantastic game, and we go on and beat them and move on in the playoffs. Hoping we do the same thing this week. Coach, only our second matchup ever against them, but this is a different Glenbrook team, different coach. I don't know if the play style is going to be different. What can we look for?
They have an outstanding team. I mean, they're going to do what they do, offensively, defensively, and stay with their scheme. Not going to get real complex, but they do a great job of here's what we're doing, stop us. And there's a lot of teams out there that a coach will get these ideas and may see something on Saturday and say, oh, well, let's put this in. But Glenbrook is well coached. They are, again, there's no secret. This is what we're going to do, and they come out and they execute it well. Their offensive line does a great job. Led by Davari Jackson, who he was a sophomore that year, 2 years ago when we played him, and he's the guy that leads the charge up front offensively and defensively for them, but just a very sound football team scheme-wise. And the quarterback does a great job. Easton Sanders is his name, and he's a Louisiana Tech baseball commit, MVP of that district over there in baseball, and does a great job at quarterback of throwing the football and just leading their team. And so they got an outstanding football team. Another one that they'll get the ball into his hands a lot is Jackson Waller, number 2. He's an offensive, defensive player that starts both ways, does great things in the secondary, as does their running back, Seth Mangrum. And again, those guys just execute really, really well on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, so we come into the postseason, number 11 in the power ratings. Glenbrook's number 22. And I don't want to get too mess with the power ratings too much, but 9-1, and we're sitting at number 11. I think a lot of it has to do with strength of schedule, but we'll host this game, and it looks like it could be the only game, the only home game that we can play in the playoffs.
Well, it's only guaranteed. I was going to say it's the only guaranteed game we have right now. So we take things. I know everybody on the outside they look at the brackets and go, oh, this, and we got one game right now. That's all we're guaranteed, and we've got to go out and play our best game this Friday night in order to have the opportunity to play another game.
Yeah, and so I do want to ask you about practice this week, and Oak Grove was last Thursday. You get an extra day of practice before this game. What's practice been like this week?
It's been great. We after playing on Thursday last week, we come in and we get to watch film on Friday. learn from it, bury it, and move on. And so, playoff brackets come out on Sunday, and matched up with Glenbrook, and we started working on them that afternoon. And, again, our guys, we've had a great week of practice, and it again comes down to the fundamentals of the game. Take care of the football, catch the football, be great tacklers. And so, our goals get better each day, each week.
Yeah. So I was looking at the bracket, and Glenbrook's at number 22. We've got St. Fred's that are in, number 4. I couldn't remember if it was 4 or 6, but they're number 4. But other than that, there's not a lot of teams in North Louisiana that are in our, select Division 4 playoff bracket. And so, being that, hopefully we'll show up on Friday, we'll win the game, then we'll everybody will get their tires checked and their oil changed, because I'm hoping for a long run in the playoffs. And so, as far as health goes, I'm just going to ask you about health. Are we good to go health-wise?
Yeah, everybody's good. Mike and John, they played with the cast on their arms, but both did a great job, and so everybody's healthy, ready to go.
Yep. All right. Well, you heard it here, Eagle fans. We had a chance to talk with our managers, had a chance to talk with Coach Fitzhugh. Looking forward to the playoff run, and I know that a lot of you guys are going to join us on this playoff run, and we'll do Coach's show as long as these playoffs go, and hopefully it'll last all the way to New Orleans. We do, look. I'm not looking ahead per se.
That's always the goal, though.
Yes, that is always the goal. I'm not looking ahead, but again, we got
take it one step at a time.
You do one step at a time, and then take about 3 long road trips in a row, and try to get to New Orleans that way. If we win this game, it looks like we'll travel down to New Roads, Louisiana next week, and take on Catholic Point Capay, the Hornets. I've never been to New Roads, so hopefully I'll make my first visit there next week. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Coach, I want to thank you again for coming on and talking about what's going on with your football team. Wish you the best of luck. Wish the guys the best of luck, and look forward to this playoff run in the 2024 season. So hopefully we'll be back next week. Again, thanks for tuning in. Also, thanks to McDonald's for partnering with us on our weekly coaches show.
Hey sports fans, this is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes in providing the best coverages and service for our clients. We offer all your insurance needs such as auto, home, life, and commercial. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Please call us at 318-343-3582. You can find us at Facebook or at 205 Old Bastrop Road in Monroe. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
There's no better.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Farm Bureau broadcast booth, brought to you by Agent Chris Thomas. Stephen Fitzhugh Field at Eagle Stadium on the campus of Ouachita Christian School, Monroe, Louisiana, for another edition of Ouachita Christian Eagle football. Tonight, playoff edition of Ouachita Christian Eagle football. We'd like to thank you for tuning in here on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network and the Wolf 92.3 FM for tonight's Louisiana High School Athletic Association Division IV playoff contest between the Glenbrook Apaches and your Ouachita Christian Eagles. My name's David Gordy. It's going to be my privilege to bring you the play-by-play call of tonight's game. Handling the color commentary, Daniel Kirkendall. Down on the sideline, our man on the field with the Marion State Bank sideline report, my former Eagle teammate, Mike Gray. And as usual, up here in the box with us, Donnie Haley, bringing you and us all the numbers from tonight's game. And like to remind all of our listeners as well that you can catch tonight's game. It's being streamed live in high definition on YouTube. You go to YouTube. It's pretty simple. I'm telling you, it's the easiest thing in the world. You go to YouTube. You open it up. You type in a search for OCS football. It's going to pop up. You're going to see OCS Glenbrook. You click on the icon and you're rolling.
It'll be red. There will be a big red live written right there on
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's there.
I've seen it, and it's a fantastic stream. I want to invite everybody to tune in via YouTube to catch tonight's stream. But you can watch it on your TV. You can watch it on your computer, your laptop, your smartphone device. You just want to listen? You like to go old school? That's fine as well. You can tune into 92.3 The Wolf, or utilize the MixLR app. In any case, tons of options for Ouachita Christian football tonight as we get ready to take on the Glenbrook Apaches. And Daniel, it's always good to be home, and it's great to start the 2024 playoffs. Hey, if we can't start off with a bye, it's great to start off right here at Eagle Stadium. Great accommodations, great spot to broadcast a football game, and it's another great night for some high school football. And tonight, postseason is here, and hopefully going to be another good playoff run for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's a new season. Coach Fitz, you mentioned that. I agree with him. You start off right now, 0-0, no wins, no losses. You win or you go home. Plus, it's a good time for the Eagles to turn the page. Tough week last week, dropped to 9-1 on the season. But hey, 9-1 is a great year for any team. I think Coach Fitz, you mentioned that there's only 10 undefeated teams in the state. We had a chance to be one of those undefeated teams, but fell short last week. So now we get to turn the page, begin a new season. Don't have to worry about seeing the Oak Grove Tigers or really anybody else on our schedule in the playoffs. And so we're looking forward to tonight's game with the Apaches.
Well, it's a nice night. Had a chance to walk around a little bit before the contest tonight, and if you're not out in it tonight, it's beautiful weather. It's fall has finally arrived, and I tell you what, there's a real nice crisp football chill in the air. Speaking of the weather, we don't know what it's like up here.
Somebody does.
I do know. Let's go down to the sideline right now and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike! The playoffs, man.
Finally. Hey. It's nice and crisp down here. I just walked back from the truck and had to get an extra jacket. Probably perfect weather to be playing in it. Standing on the sidelines with a microphone in your hand needs a little bit more clothing. Especially by the time second half gets here.
Yeah, so what you're saying, Mike, is spectating is going to be a little more of a challenge than maybe getting after it tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
I got you.
But new season and lose and go home. We don't want to do that. So we'll play this one here, and it looks like the rest of them will be down around the coast somewhere for the rest of our run. But I'm looking forward to it. I think we've got the team to do it. I'll try not to get as passionate as I did last week during some of the times that I didn't think we were doing that great. But this week, upbeat. I think we're going to be fine tonight. Looking at their team, they've got some good athletes. They're well organized. But I think our physicality is going to take over tonight.
Yeah, I would say the same thing too, Mike. We had a chance. I know Daniel and I both had a chance to watch a little bit of video of this Glenbrook team, and in all fairness, it's one of those games where we definitely need to take care of the football. We need to take care of our business, but I do see the Eagles potentially being able to pull away from the Apaches tonight.
Yeah, we turned the ball over 4 times last week, I think, and had a lot of penalties, offensive penalties. It's unusual for this late in the year, but I'd like to see us just be smooth and execute tonight. Let's focus on our game plan, not let everybody get into our heads, and just play hard.
Thanks a lot. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. We are about 26 minutes away from getting tonight's contest underway. The Eagles wearing home green pants, green jerseys with gold trim, and of course the traditional Ouachita Christian gold helmet. The Apaches come over tonight traveling whites, white pants with the red trim, baby blue numbers, maybe baby blue gray. I can't really tell, but in either case, should be able to pick them up. But I got to tell you, I love the pale numbers on white too, Daniel. It just really pops, doesn't it? Stands out to where you can barely read them from here.
Yeah, it's a nice color scheme. I like seeing these baby blues. Like Ole Miss. Kind of the old Minnesota Twins. There's some pretty cool baby blue uniforms out there, but theirs is mostly white.
Absolutely.
I do like the numbers. Yeah.
Absolutely. The Apaches going to be wearing red helmets. With I think it says Apaches. Some a decal scheme of some kind as the Apaches continue to go through their pregame warm-ups and the Eagles continuing to go through theirs. Ouachita Christian is leading the one-game series between these two teams. The Eagles are 1-0 against Glenbrook, and I'll tell you what, that Glenbrook football team was. The Glenbrook game, Daniel, I mean, you and I still talk about it to this day. It was one of the most memorable football games we've had out here at Fitzhugh Field, especially since they put in this new turf. Yeah. It was a heck of a ball game.
No, it was one of the. It was if you put aside the two Calvary games, the one here, the one at Calvary, in recent memory, it's the best game. We were up 14-0 at halftime, and they come back in the second half and they start throwing the ball. I think Ty Feaster, the quarterback, had over 340 yards pass, something like that. But lit us up in the second half, tied the game up. Then John Turner, who plays guard tonight, he blocked a punt in that game to give us the lead. Then Landon goes down a 93-yard run, finishes it. Hey, then they come back and they score, and it's 28-27, and they go for two, and we stop them to hold on to win the game. Super exciting game.
It was actually 27-28, the final score in that contest. And the Eagles got a tough-fought playoff win. And as Mike alluded to, I mean, when you look at the team that they have out on the field tonight and the numbers that they have, a new coach and a lot of new players, and it's just going to be a much different Apache team than we faced a couple of years ago, back in 2022. And speaking of head coaches, the head coach for the Ouachita Christian Eagles is in his 27th season. Coach Stephen Fitzhugh. Coach Fitzhugh, career record with the Eagles of 260 wins against 81 losses. The head coach for the Apaches this year in his second season is Reagan Smith. Coach Smith with a career record of 13 wins against 6 losses at Glenbrook. Both teams continuing to go through their pregame warm-ups. About 20 minutes from getting this contest underway here at Eagle Stadium. We're going to take our first break of tonight. Invite you to come back and join us again for more of the pregame show. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021. Bears Towing is on call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They understand that an emergency doesn't happen at convenient times. Bears Towing, 388-3021. Bears Towing is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine. We have 2 locations to serve you, one on Darbone Lake in Farmerville and one right here on 165 North in Monroe. Come by and check us out. We have the best brands on the market: Phoenix Bass boats, Weldcraft aluminum boats, and your gator tail duck boat needs. Give us a call today at 318-545-5595 or check us out on the web at www.ludwig-marine.com. Mitch Ludwig and the Ludwig Marine crew would like to say, go Eagles.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Dreyer Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreyer Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt, surface treatments, hot mix, parking lots, driveways, asphalt maintenance, dozer work, and crushed stone. You can walk and drive on us with confidence. Call 281-2242. Dreyer Contracting in Bastrop.
Start smiling today with Neela Dental. Whether you need general dentistry, dental implants, or a cosmetic touch-up, Neela Dental is here to give you the confidence to smile strong and healthy. They offer state-of-the-art treatments with everything performed in-house in 2 convenient locations, Tower Drive in Monroe and Highway 2 in Farmerville. Feeling nervous about your visit? No worries. Neela Dental offers sedation options tailored just for you. So why wait? Start smiling today and visit neeladental.com. Neela Dental would like to wish OCS the best this season. Go Eagles!
Everyone likes to be on the winning team, but there are always many obstacles in the way. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ, where we celebrate overcoming the hurdles and struggles of life together. We are a community of faith, supporting each other's victories. Come as you are, and let's tackle life's challenges together. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ this Sunday at 10 a.m. Visit facoc.org for more information. Go Eagles!
Report has head coach Stephen Fitzhugh, so we're going to go down to Mike. Mike, what you got?
Well, Coach, last week didn't end like we wanted it to. Do you feel like the guys have regrouped now?
We have. It's a new week, and that's one nice thing about playing on Thursday last week. We got to watch film, bury it on Friday, and have a brand new day and new attitude, new season right here. So we're ready to go. It's been a great week of practice, and like I say, a new start. We're ready to play our best football.
I looked at a little bit of the film, and I think that we match up well, and I think we'll be okay tonight if we play our game, but we feel like the physicality will take over early.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, Glenbrook has an outstanding football team. They got good size, good athletes, and, the thing that we preach is out-hit, out-hustle, and we have to play more physical than our opponent. And when you do that, usually there's good results.
Yeah, everybody healthy for tonight?
They are. We got everybody ready to go.
Good deal. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report, about 18 minutes away from getting tonight's contest underway. The Eagles enter tonight's contest, Daniel, with an impressive 10-1 record, with a really good, you don't want to say a good loss, but maybe not as bad a loss as one would think as you get ready to go into the playoffs. The Eagles going through the 2024 season so far, in all fairness, not really tested.
Well, we talked about the game against Glenbrook from 22. That was a dogfight. We haven't had a dogfight this year, so it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but it has to happen at some point. You can't just go all the way to New Orleans and play in the Dome without a dogfight on your resume.
And I think too. I think in the age of technology and how easy it is to get a hold of the brackets, talking to a lot of Eagle fans, making my way up here to the press box tonight, the brackets are out.
They're out,
right?
Yep.
And there's already. You've got all the scenarios that go through it. I think one of the things I wanted to touch on during our broadcast tonight as we go through the pregame is, you do an excellent job of keeping up with the power ratings. You also do a great job of, what people commonly refer to now as bracketology and looking through and studying the brackets. And, one of the things that I think is worth mentioning to everybody is this is probably there's an extremely high likelihood this will be the last game we play here at Eagles Stadium in 2024.
No, I'd say it's an extremely high likelihood. I mean, our next game, if we win tonight, our next game is already set in stone. Number 6, Catholic Point Coupé. The Hornets are waiting to see the winner of this game. So if we win tonight, we'll make a trip down to New Roads, Louisiana. I'm sure, I imagine the roads aren't new anymore, but the place looks like it's been there a while, but it's on down there. And then, we'll face, if we win that game, we'll face likely number 3 Covenant Christian Academy in Houma, Louisiana in the quarterfinals. If we win that game, we'll play likely the winner of Riverside and who did they play? Ascension Catholic, the Bulldogs. We're used to seeing them. It's like I think we see them every year at some point.
Well, and I would say that the Eagles have enjoyed. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I would say that the Eagles enjoy a fairly good advantage in the wins and losses totals against Ascension Catholic. Had a lot of success against Ascension Catholic in the postseason, but that could change.
It changes every year. The teams change, coaches change. There's a lot that changes every year, and I think we played. Did we play Covenant Christian last year? We played somebody. They were in the 20s last year, but now they're up to number 3 in our division, and I've heard they're pretty good. So we'll have to see. I'll tell you what. Sorry.
Yes.
A lot of the teams, apart from Ascension Catholic, that we see year after year on the other side of the bracket. So it's kind of interesting to see that the loss to Oak Grove kind of put us in what I consider to be, I wouldn't say an easier, but we avoid a lot of teams that we've dealt a lot with. But it does mean that we're going to have to travel from here on out.
And that's going to be the disadvantage.
Yep.
The seeding. A lot of the teams we do avoid this. We do avoid the Southern Lab Kittens, right? We do avoid Vermilion Catholic Eagles. Right. We do avoid the Kentwood Kangaroos.
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot of teams on that side of the bracket that are.
St. Fred Warriors on the other side too.
That's right. That's right.
They'll probably have to play Southern Lab next week,
which is not an enviable task.
No.
Southern Lab. In all fairness, the last time I think they made the trip to St. Frederick, I think the Warriors, well, that's not necessarily true. I know one year they made the trip up to Monroe and took on St. Frederick, and the Warriors were able to get away with a victory.
Yeah, well, I think last year they came up here and played, and Southern Lab won the score was 8-6. So
and I think it was one in inches.
Yeah, it was like one of those close things, and then we end up having to play them down in Baton Rouge, and that's all we'll say about that.
That's a talented football team last year. Well, we're about 13 minutes away from getting tonight's contest underway as the Eagles have concluded their pregame warm-ups, and it looks like Glenbrook's going to take full advantage. Man, they're still out there running plays and trying to get warmed up and ready for tonight's football game. Playoff football action here at Eagle Stadium, and in all likelihood, going to be the last time the Eagles play football here at Eagle Stadium in 2024. As the Eagles have gone into the locker room, we're going to take our second break of tonight's broadcast. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Eagle Sports Network. Come back and join us after this break.
Here's the
Trinity
deal.
Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Are you tired of pushing through the pain? Do you struggle day in and day out with simple tasks? Are you ready for change? If so, call Louisiana Pain Care. At Louisiana Pain Care, our doctors are board certified and fellowship trained to target the source of your pain and help you manage it. Visit lapaincare.com for more information and to schedule your appointment. Louisiana Pain Care, your spine care experts.
There are 2 Big Mac burgers now? Never had a Big Mac.
If you're gonna try your first Big Mac, you gotta go with the original. Can't go wrong with the classics, right?
Nah. If you're gonna try something new, go with the new Chicken Big Mac. It's got special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and 2 beef chicken patties
on a sesame seed bun.
Stop saying everything I'm saying. I'm not. Yes, you are. No, you are. No, you are.
So what will it be? The Big Mac or the Chicken Big Mac?
Yes.
The Chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can.
Farm Bureau broadcast booth brought to you by Agent Chris Thomas. Stephen Fitzhugh Field at Eagle Stadium. The Ouachita Christian Eagles getting ready to get the 2024 postseason underway. Playing host tonight to the Glenbrook Apaches. Opening round of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association playoffs, Division IV select. About 10 minutes away from getting tonight's contest underway. All right. We touched on a little bit about the playoffs, a little bit about the brackets, a little bit about what's going on, but that's all in the future. Okay, that's based on the Eagles being able to win this game tonight. But the Eagles are going to have to win this game tonight. You and I have talked a couple of times this week. I have actually been out. Was actually over in Alabama for the bulk of this week, and I come to find out we got a listener, Angela.
Oh yeah,
is going to be tuning in tonight. Think she's going to be tuning in from the friendly confines of a hospital room. So we want to send our best out to her tonight for some healing and all that good stuff. But she's a dedicated live streamer, man. She loves the stream and tunes in pretty regularly.
Yeah, what's not to love, Hey, I mean, hey, Angela, we wish you a speedy recovery, and yeah, I'm glad you're listening.
Yeah, and we do want to tip our hat to Heath and Coach Q. I mean, these guys that work the cameras for them and put together this live stream every week, they do such a great job, and blessed to have the live stream that we do. All right, having said all of that, again, we got to focus on tonight and winning this game to move forward. And right now, Eagle fans everywhere want to know how we're going to win this game. You told me you know, so we're going to go to Daniel's ways we win.
All right, so I've been wrong about this before. I think there's multiple ways we can win this game, but here's what I'm going to look at tonight. Glenbrook, their defense, they like to put 8 men in the box and kind of go thirds or cover 3 with their defense. I think, they do that because if you turn on the OCS film, you see our running backs, Jude Turner, Macon Leonard. They know that that's a problem, that they're going to have to fix. They're going to have to keep those guys from running wild. I don't know if they can do it, but they're going to try. That could open up the downfield passing game for Luke Vadrine. Receivers like Cam Vullion, who we haven't, he's had a quiet past couple of weeks. I kind of look for him to make a little bit of noise tonight, downfield passing. Now, on offense, Glenbrook is typically going to run about 60 to 65% of the time. They're kind of in a decision-making mode, though, because here's the thing, David. I want you to stay with me here.
I'm here.
They have to decide either to keep our offense off the field and try to run the ball and eat the clock, or try to beat us over the top. And that's an area that we've struggled in the last few weeks, particularly the last 6 quarters. So I've got this stat. I kind of looked at it today. If you combine the second half of Week 9 against Faraday and the first half, Week 10 against Oak Grove, we've allowed 468 passing yards and 5 TDs in those 4 quarters. So how good is that? If that were just one game, that'd be good for second most passing yards all time in a game against the Eagles. All right? So in those 4 quarters, I mean, we've given up 7 plays of over 40 yards and 12 plays of over 20 yards. So we've got to do something about that. So
is it fair to say we're struggling on the back end?
Well, I don't know about that. It's fair to say that we need to defend the pass downfield. That's what it's going to take to win tonight, moving forward in the playoffs. So, and we mentioned the game earlier, so I got it right here. In 2022, Ty Feaster, Glenbrook Apaches threw for 379 yards. Now, different quarterback, different coach, probably a different game plan. They averaged less than a yard a carry that game, and I talked about how it ended up once they started to throw the ball. So we're going to have to prevent that from happening tonight. So, and again, just like every week, I think Gavin Polk and his leg, what do you call him? The fair-haired thunder leg.
No, I said it one time. I don't even know. I mean, I said it one time, but well, he is blonde.
He is blonde, and he's a good kicker.
And I mean, he brings the thunder.
He does, and I think he can make a difference in tonight's game. Field position, maybe getting 3 points when we need 3 points, but he's going to do his thing tonight.
He's always a weapon.
Yep.
And just not a lot of opportunities last week against the Oak Grove Tigers to really make a difference. Of course, you got to be able to move the football, and you got to be able to put points on the board in order to get Gavin involved. But yeah, definitely a guy that can make a big. And I tell you what, too, See, we've talked about his ability to possibly change games for the Eagles, and during some of the wins that we've had this year, there's really not been any of these close games where it came down to, right? But now we're talking about the postseason.
Yeah.
Most of the teams that we play are going to be pretty good.
They are going to be pretty good.
And you're going to need every possible advantage, and you don't know when one of those kicks is going to be really, really needed. And that's when you get a chance to see your kicker be able to make a difference. The captains for tonight's contest on their way out to midfield. Mike Gray's already out at midfield with the officials for tonight's contest. We're going to go down to Mike for the Marion State Bank sideline report and tonight's coin toss. Mike, take it away.
Yeah, we're fixing to get it underway.
All right, guys, welcome to the Friday night playoffs. Congratulations to both of you for making it here. You were the captains all night. Y'all help us out. We want to see a football game, not a hockey game. So help us keep your players under control, okay? And let's have a nice, good sportsmanship game. Here's a coin. The blue side is heads, the red side is tails. You get to call the toss. What do you call? All right, he wants the blue side heads. Okay, here we go. I'm going to let it hit the ground. It is heads. You've won the toss. Going to defer. So you want the ball.
All right, so we lost the coin toss, and they're going to defer to the second half, so we'll be getting the ball.
Yeah, and I will tell you too, Mike. Did you notice a blue and red coin? Come on.
It actually looked like a poker chip to me, but
no. All right, thanks a lot. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. We're going to take another break from here at Eagle Stadium, Stephen Fitzhugh Field, as we have our invocation and national anthem. You listen to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Start smiling today with Neela Dental. Whether you need
choir last weekend in New Orleans. They were selected on the basis of their individual auditions and earned a place in their age groups. All-state choir over hundreds of other talented singers from across the state. Last weekend, they participated in rigorous rehearsals for 2 days with world-renowned choral clinicians and then performed concerts at the Lafon Performing Arts Center in New Orleans. Way to go, Eagles. Those students, Marion Armstrong, Addison Broadnecks, Tanner Ellerman, Aubrey Hendricks, Caleb Hill, Abby Mosier, Hudson Oram, Sophie Sears, Ellie Shepard, Ruffin Spires, Sullivan Stokes, McKinley Wells, and Reagan Ziegler.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this evening. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to come together and just be able to watch these boys go out and just give it their all. We just pray you be with us tonight, and you be with each and every one of them. Keep them safe and help them to just go and give it everything they've got as if they're playing for you. And we just pray above all, Lord, that your name be glorified in everything that we do. Thank you for your Son, and thank you for the sacrifice he made for us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright
On to kick for the Apaches, number 9, Easton Sanders.
The football to start the second half of play. Always a chance to get that the two-score swing. Having said that, it's also nice to set the tone.
Well, we got something interesting going on the field. I didn't watch any of Glenbrook special teams on film. Looks like the Eagles know exactly what to expect here.
Well, he's definitely not going to be taking a long walk up here. As their kicker is number 9, Easton Sanders, also their quarterback. He's going to spin this one, and the Eagles are going to recover it. They're going to start off with great field position as they'll have the ball, looks like already in Apache territory at the Glenbrook 49.
Yeah, good job by the recovery, by the recovering team. It looked like 0 Patrick Turpin with the recovery there on the onside kick.
Wrong guy to kick it to.
Wrong guy to kick it to. He's definitely a fixed part of our hands team.
Number 19, Luke Vadrine, the starting quarterback for the Eagles. Luke is going to have 2 running backs with him in the backfield. Number 32, Jude Turner, and number 3, Macon Leonard. A couple of receivers, one right, one left. Eagles traveling from left to right on your radio dial. Opening possession of the night. First play of the game, Vadrine in the shotgun. Calls for the ball, going to give this one inside to Leonard. Leonard's going to bounce this outside. He's going to find a soft spot in the Apache defense. Nice gain on the play of 7 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Eagles. Ball now at the Glenbrook 43-yard line.
Yeah, that sets up a nice, manageable 2nd and 3 for the Eagles right here. Making with a good run and a good bounce out. Playbook's wide open on this 2nd down.
2 receivers. Wide to Luke's left. 2 running backs with him in the backfield. An offset I backfield beside, actually make an offset to the right. Jude to the left. Good snap from center. Luke's got time. Puts his first pass of the night in the air. And that's going to be caught by number 15, Cam Voyon. And Voyon's going to try to elude an Apache defender. Going to be a real nice throw and a good catch. Nice run after the catch. As that's going to be more than enough for a community pharmacy first down. And the Eagles find themselves in the Washam Agency red zone for the first time tonight. A gain of 34 yards on the play. Eagles already on the ball inside the 10-yard line. Call it the 8. It is going to be first down and goal from the 8-yard line. The Dream in the shotgun. 2 running backs with him in the backfield. 2 receivers split wide to his left. 10 minutes and 46 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Opening drive for the Eagles. First and goal at the Apache 8. Vadrine calls for the ball. Hands this one inside to Leonard. Makes one man miss, and he'll take it in for an Eagle touchdown. That Eagle touchdown and all Eagle touchdowns brought to you by the fine folks at Trinity Diamonds Direct. Long time touchdown sponsor for the Ouachita Christian Eagles. Leonard takes that one in from 8 yards out to open the score. So the Eagles successful with a touchdown on their first drive of the night.
Yeah, very efficient first possession there by the Eagles. 3 plays, do what you want. Finish it off with an 8-yard run by Macon. So Mike talked about that before the game. You want to see us execute well tonight, and we've done so in the first, 30
High
seconds of the
snap
game.
from center is handled, and Gavin will split the uprights and give the Eagles a 7-0 lead. You mentioned Mike.
Yeah.
Let's go down and talk to him. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, I think that's kind of how you draw it up, right?
I think so. I think they saw that wide open field. Look, when you put 7 guys in a 5 by 6 yard area at the line, that leaves 4 people to cover the rest of the field. And that 2nd down play where he threw it to Boyan, that was beautiful. And I think that's going to be open all night because with them running 3 down linemen, we're going to be able to run the ball, and that's going to open up the passing game. And I think as long as it stays like that, we're going to be putting some points up.
Thanks a lot, Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Ouachita Christian takes the opening series down the field and puts points on the board. They lead this contest now 7-0. Number 18, Gavin Polk, will get his leg into this one. First kick of the night. The Apaches send a couple of guys deep. Looks like number 1, Seth Mangrum, and number 7, Ryan Reagan. As Gavin gets his leg into this one, and he hammered that one. That is a monster kick. That's going to That's gonna go into the end zone, and that's gonna go through the end zone into the soccer net. And by the way, that ball went into the soccer net, better known as a goal, right?
Yes, that's what it is.
All right.
Hey, that's probably what he was trying to do. Gavin's a prolific soccer player, too.
I know exactly what he is.
Yeah.
I guarantee if I ask him if he kicked it into the net, he's going to say, oh, yeah.
That's what I do it all the time.
Yeah, nice job of kicking the football, as almost as always from Gavin. First down and 10 for the Apaches. No return. Travels through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line to start their opening drive of the night. The Apaches come out with quarterback number 9. Easton Sanders also handles the kicking chores for the Apaches. 1 running back with him in a shotgun. 2 receivers split wide to his right. 1 to his left. The Apaches going to be traveling from right to left on your radio dial. Again, if you're watching the live stream, you already know this. If you're at home listening, the Apaches come over and travel in whites. Red helmets, red trim on the jerseys. The Eagles in their home green. Green pants, green jerseys, gold trim. The traditional Ouachita Christian gold helmet. Not sure what the holdup is, but maybe it's a clock operator. Trying to see here, but haven't seen anybody looking up here in the press box, which is typically what they do.
Mike
now.
knows. You want to see what he says?
Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray in a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike?
I think the referee has a problem with our drone down there. Told them to move it, and now they're saying it's good. So we keep a drone to video the game for film study. But I think it's the blinking lights. I don't know what he had a problem with, but we got it fixed.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. The Apaches go to work. First play of the night is going to be a pass. They're going to put this one in the air, and that is, I guess, maybe in the zip code of his intended receiver, but way overthrown, and that's going to bring up 2nd down for Glenbrook.
Yeah, it looked like the timing was off from the get-go on that. The snap was kind of bobbled a little bit, and the quarterback, Sanders, didn't really ever get his feet set or move like he wanted to, so he just kind of throws it out of bounds there. But I think it tells us what their game plan is.
2nd down and 10 for Glenbrook. 3 receivers, 1 man in motion. Sanders gets the snap, rolls. He's feeling some pressure. Going to throw this one, and he does. It's going to be complete. A couple of tackles slipped that time. I wouldn't say broken, but slipped, and that's going to bring up a very manageable 3rd down. Donnie gives him 6 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 4. As they'll put this at the 26-yard line. Actually, after the spot, looks like 3.
Yeah. Easton Sanders rolls to his right and got a little zip on that ball right there. Sticks it in the pocket to pick up some yards, make it 3rd and manageable for the Apaches.
3rd down and 4 for Glenbrook. Sanders in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Good snap, plenty of time. Unloads this one, wow. Not really sure where that one was headed. But it is going to bring up a 4th down and long. What, just sailed on him big time.
Yeah, it did.
4th down and 4 for the Apaches. Their opening drive is going to result in, as they say, 3 and out. They'll have to punt this football from their own 26-yard line. Number 0, Patrick Turpin is going to head deep for the Eagles. Punter for the Apaches is going to be standing at his own, let's call it 17, 18-yard line. Or I should say 13 or 14-yard line. Turpin's going to run under this one and catch it. Going to do a nice job of hanging on to the football and moving forward.
Yeah.
Daniel, that takes a lot of courage when you're moving forward like that. Right into the defenders. But Patrick does a nice job of not only securing it, but making some yardage afterwards. The pump covered 25 yards, 10 yards on the return. So about a 15-yard punt after you shake it loose. So it is going to be 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. 2 receivers go left, 2 receivers go right. Lone running back in the backfield with Luke, Macon Leonard. 2nd possession of the night. The Eagles put points on the board last time with an 8-yard touchdown run. Madreen in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Pulls it down, throws. That's Turpin. Turpin spins to the outside. Nice catch and a nice throw that time. As again, the Eagles are going to pick up positive yardage on 1st down. It looks like we're going to have to wait on the spot, but it's going to be a gain of 9 yards. 2nd down and 1 for the Eagles, moving the football extremely effectively so far tonight against Glenbrook.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like Glenbrook are just kind of making sure there's nothing huge that happens, so they're not focusing on stopping any one thing, and they're getting kind of, short passes, long passes, runs. They're not really stopping anything the Eagles in their first 4 plays of the game.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, that's it.
Badrine in the gun, 2 running backs with him in the backfield. Turner and Leonard. Play action. Throws this one out in the flat, and that's going to be complete. Woo! The number 14 for the Eagles. That's actually Luke Edwards. And Edwards is going to do a nice job, Daniel, of catching the football and getting north and south, as he did it in a hurry.
Yeah.
Well-thrown football for a gain of 21 yards. More than enough for another community pharmacy first down. And again, the Eagles' second possession finds them in the Washam Agency red zone. First down and 10 at the Glenbrook 11. Eight minutes and 28 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Eagles lead 7-0 at threatening at the Apache 11. Badrine in the shotgun, turns, hands this one to Leonard. He's got some running room, bounces this one out.
He's still
Second,
up.
third effort. They're going to hold him up inside the 5. Could pick up a first down. It looks like it around the 2. Gain of 7 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up second down and 4. Actually going to be second down and 3 at the 4. So they could pick up a first down at the 1. Don't know that they'll need it. But Dream in the shotgun, 2 receivers left. Leonard is one up and flexed out. So is Turner, flexed out to the right. It's an empty backfield. 4 receivers, part of the set. But Dream in the gun by himself, and now we got all kinds of communication issues, and that's going to back them up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but we had 2 offensive linemen that just jumped simultaneously. I don't know if they heard something, but they both on the right side. Both
second and 4 is going to turn into second and 9. The Eagles are going to get hit with a 5-yard penalty. Back them up to the 10-yard line. Second down and 9 at the 8. I should say maybe second down and 8 at the 9. Badrine in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. That's Turner, going to give it to him. Turner's got some running room inside the 10, inside the 5.
He may have a first down.
And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to spot him shy of the goal line. It'll depend on the spot. And if that's the spot, it's going to be first down and goal for the Eagles at the 1-yard line. Inside the Washam Agency red zone. And again, the Eagles with another community pharmacy first down.
Nice jet sweep. I think that's something that Macon does very well. Sweeps to the outside, and there he goes. Picks up about 9 or 10 yards right there.
Turner, lone running back in the backfield with Luke. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Good snap. Luke's going to keep this one and going to be just shy of the goal line.
Number 19, Luke Badrine, on the quarterback keeper.
From the 2. Maybe made 1. Well, depends on the spot. It looks like it's going to be maybe no gain. Maybe half a yard. That's what Donnie's signaling. You ought to see Donnie's half-yard signal. It's pretty, it's second down and goal from the 2.
I mean, you got something, but not much.
Yeah, inside the Washam Agency red zone. Luke in the shotgun. Macon Leonard joins him in the gun. 2 receivers left, none right. Turns, hands this one to Leonard. Leonard goes in for the touchdown, and the Eagles are going to increase their lead over Glenbrook now, 14-0. 6 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. The Eagles out to a 2-touchdown lead, 13-0. And I tell you what, Daniel, the Apaches, if you want to stop the run, they're having a tough time with that. You want to stop the pass, they're having a tough time with that. This would be one of those get-right games for the Eagles, at least so far tonight.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a third down yet.
Gavin Polk on to attempt the extra point. Kicks up. Good hold that time. That's been a couple of good holds Turpin's been able to get a hold of and
kicked that one down the hill, didn't he?
Got all of it. Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Mike Gray in a Marion State Bank sideline report. Boy, Mike, I don't know what the Apaches are going to do to slow this Eagle offense down.
Well, I think Coach Vidry picked up on the fact that when we have three receivers and Turpin or somebody's in the slot, they're giving about a 15 or 20-yard cushion. And that's an automatic 5-10 yards every time because we can quick throw it, we can run that tunnel screen, and there's no defender there. He picked up on that pretty quick, and that led to a couple of long pass plays, and then of course running it right there at the end was just easy.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Marion State Bank, a longtime supporter of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics. Say thanks to the fine folks at Marion State Bank. Gavin, tee this one up at the 40-yard line. The Apaches send a couple of young men deep. Number 1, Seth Mangrum, and number 7, Ryan Reagan. Gavin gets his leg into this one. It's going to be a high kick, and it's going to travel into the end zone as well. Gavin's kicked it twice, Daniel. Put both of them in the end zone. No return. Touchback. Glenbrook will have the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Glenbrook's going to look to move the ball down the field. Not very successful in their first possession, 3 and out. Just a couple of errant passes, and and then a punt. They did complete one. So Sanders is 1 for 3 right now for about 6 yards, and so they'll look to hold on to the ball for a little bit longer here.
First down and 10 for the Apaches. Their first drive resulted in a 3 and out. Sanders rolls, feeling some pressure, and unloads. This one's going to be complete.
Nice catch.
Nice catch, and nice open field tackle that time. Looks like maybe on the far side of the field, trying to make out the number. Again,
number 33 with the catch.
Well, number 33 is going to be Cade Vining. Vining's going to pick up 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. They spot this football at the Apache 26-yard line.
Yeah, that was Tristan Raymond with a nice hit on him, too.
2nd and 4. Sanders gives this one. Daniel, maybe the first running play of the night for the Apaches.
It is, and they're going to pick up a couple yards.
4. They picked up 3, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 for Glenbrook right at their own 30-yard line. Clock running with 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Left to play in the first quarter. Hey, you know what? They spotted it, checked it, and they're going to go ahead and give the Apaches the first down. So it is going to be 1st down and 10 for Glenbrook at their own 30-yard line. Easton Sanders will bring the Apaches to the line. Under center. Turns, rolls. He's feeling pressure immediately, and he's giving up ground to get it. He's going to throw this one out of bounds. Probably the wise thing to do there is the Eagles in pursuit. Good penetration that time and good pressure to get him off his spot as Sanders looked like to me, Daniel, running to avoid being sacked.
Yeah, he definitely was. We had kind of a little blitz going on there. Landon Waller, Hunter Traxler in the backfield, flush him out. And like you said, Easton Sanders is a senior. He's played a lot of football, so wisely throws it away.
2nd down and 10 for the Apaches. Ball at their own 30-yard line. Sanders under center. 2 running backs with him in the backfield. He's going to turn and hands out with the number 1, Seth Mangrum.
Yep.
And Mangram's going to be hit in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down now and 12. Want to thank tonight's first quarter sponsor, the Darren Dugan Agency, for all your home, auto, life, and business insurance needs. Call Darren today. Darren Dugan at 807-2100. That's 318-807-2100. We want to thank the Darren Dugan Agency for their continued support of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics and Ouachita Christian football. The Darren Dugan Agency. 3rd down and 12 for Glenbrook. Big play for the Apaches here. Only had 1 first down so far tonight. Sanders is feeling some pressure. And again, running to avoid being sacked, and it's going to bring up 4th down. The Apaches, Daniel, pick up a first down on this drive, their first one of the night, but unfortunately not able to get anything going from there. and it's going to bring up 4th down and 12, and the Apaches are going to send the punting unit out, already trailing 14-0 with 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Glenbrook, what they're trying to do is trying to do some type of misdirection or play action to throw the defense off. It's giving the defense more time to get to them. So our linebackers are playing downhill. Ridge Coates, Cooper Russell were in his face on that last play, so there's nowhere to go. Great defense by the Eagles.
Low snap. Woo. The Eagles almost get to that one. And I'm going to think Patrick's going to let this one go.
He might have had second thoughts for just a second there about letting that one go. But that's
well, once it hits the ground, though, the problem is, you got to either exactly. You either got to commit or get away from it, one or the other. And I think, hey, with a 14-0 lead in the first quarter, maybe the smart money's on just, we'll live to fight another day.
The quickest way to get them back in the game is
absolutely
to
a turnover on your end. The punt covers 40 yards, no return. 3 minutes and 46 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 14, Glenbrook 0. Eagles with their third possession of the night. The first two resulted in touchdowns. 1st and 10 at the Eagle 32-yard line.
Look at the cushion that the Eagles are getting.
Vadrine in the shotgun. Leonard joins him in the gun. 1st and 10. Good snap from center. Keeps this one on the ground with Leonard. Leonard's got some running room. A nice tough run inside. It's going to be a nice gain on the play and set up a 2nd and short, Daniel. As Macon does a nice job of getting through traffic. And
generous spot
they did. That was a generous spot as the Eagles are going to pick up a 1st down. Gain of 10 on the play. That 1st down and all Eagle 1st downs brought to you by the fine folks, Community Pharmacy. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles at their own 43-yard line. Macon Leonard, the lone running back. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Luke in the gun. Good snap from center. Again, same play. Goes with Macon right up the middle of the field and another soft spot, and it looks like it's going to result in another Eagle 1st down, as it looks like it's going to be a gain of, this time it'll be 11, and that's going to be enough for another Community Pharmacy 1st down. As this Eagle offensive line is kind of having its way early here against the Glenbrook Apaches.
Yeah, Macon doing a good job when he gets to the second level of breaking at least one tackle. He's breaking that one tackle, able to get past the 6 or 7 yards and pick up the 1st down on 2 runs in a row.
1st down and 10 for Ouachita Christian. 3rd drive of the night. The first 2 resulted in touchdowns. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Good snap from center. Goes with Turner. Jude's got some running room.
Look out.
Another tough run, and that's going to be another Community Pharmacy 1st down. Gain of 12 that time as the Eagles continuing to move the football.
Yeah.
Jude Turner on the carry that time.
That's his first carry of the game. Picks up a 1st down, 3 runs in a row. 1st down runs in a row.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Apache 35-yard line. Eagles leading this contest right now 14-0. 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Gives this one to Turner. Turner makes one man miss. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. And still on his feet. Another tough run by number 32, Jude Turner.
Oh, no. We got a player down.
Player shaking up on the play. Slow to get up. Looks like a lower leg injury. Gain of 20 yards on the play. That's enough for a Community Pharmacy 1st down. As Turner picks up 20. It'll put us inside the Washam Agency red zone at the Apache 15-yard line. Eagles looking to score again here as we wind down in the first quarter. Eagles already lead this game 14-0. 2 receivers wide to Luke's left, 1 to his right. 1 to his right is Voyan. Turner in the backfield. Turns, hands this one inside to Jude. Jude's making people miss and running over people as well. Physical run that time by number 32, Jude Turner. Gain of 8 yards on the play. It's going to set up 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles. Looks like they'll spot this one at around the 7-yard line of the Apaches. really physical running, Daniel, out of both of these running backs for the Eagles so far tonight. Actually, they'll spot it at the 7. They pick up a first down here right at the 5-yard line. Badrine in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Good snap from center. Gives this one to Jude, and that time the Apaches with some penetration, and they do a good job of standing Jude up and actually going to lose. Maybe he got back to the line, but maybe lose 1 yard, and that's what will happen. So it's going to bring up a big third down play here. You asked me earlier or made the comment, have we had a third down play tonight?
No, this is the first one. First one.
We have now. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. They put this ball right at the 9-yard line. And we may get to the end of the first quarter before the Eagles run this play. And I don't think Luke's in any hurry to get it off, as the first quarter is going to wind down again. And we want to thank tonight's first quarter, the Darren Dugan Agency, as that brings it into the first quarter of play here at Fitzhugh Field Eagle Stadium. We're going to take a quick break. Invite you to come back and join us here. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, this is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes in providing the best coverages and service for our clients. We offer all your insurance needs such as auto, home, life, and commercial. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Please call us at 318-343-3582. You can find us at Facebook or at 205 Old Bastrop Road in Monroe. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
Welcome back inside the Farm Bureau broadcast booth. Brought to you by Agent Chris Thomas. Fitzhugh Field, Eagles Stadium. Eagles open the 2024 playoffs. A big lead over the Glenbrook Apaches right now, 14-0, and trying to possibly pick up more. 3rd down and 4. Ball at the Apache 10-yard line. Actually, the 9. Badrine in the shotgun. 2 running backs with him in the gun. Turner and Leonard. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Luke gets a good snap, looks to throw. Puts some air into this. Whoa,
oh, nice catch.
It's going to be a touchdown. Turpin is going to pull that one out of the sky, and the Eagles are going to add to their lead. That touchdown brought to you by the fine folks at Trinity Diamonds Direct. Well-thrown football by Luke that time. The touchdown pass covers 9 yards.
Yeah, that's Luke right there. Luke just put some trust in, and really, I guess his number 1 receiver. Turpin, you can definitely depend on him. He just kind of throws it up to a space, lets Turpin run to it. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play design.
Polk on for the extra point attempt. A good snap and a good hold. Gavin hits that one and knocked down after the play, and there's the flag. So that's going to be a roughing the kicker call, maybe running into. It's going to depend on the official here. Could be running into or roughing.
Yeah, he's going to try to kick it through the
I think it's going to be roughing. I think it's going to be a running into. Didn't look like a personal foul. So, and the Eagles will take the penalty on the kickoff. But more importantly, the Eagles add a 3rd touchdown to start the second quarter of play and now take a 21-0 lead. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, you said when the sun went down, we're in the second quarter. Are you cooling off down there?
It's a little chilly, but luckily I live out of my truck basically, so I had some extra jackets and stuff in there and was able to get warm. These guys are hot on the sidelines. They're running around like it ain't no big deal. And probably I did the same thing when I was their age.
Yeah.
The older you get, the colder you get.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Daniel, it's a nice eerie haze here at Eagle Stadium.
That's burger smoke right there. I got to tell you, we got the penalty yards. I think Gavin also might get a nice little nomination for an Oscar on that one. So.
Well, hey, stay away from the kicker, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but and here's the funny thing. I mean, he's going to get 15. It's not 15. It's actually only 5.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I mean, you're spotting 5. I mean, I got a good feeling this is probably going to the same place. So, but he's not going to kick this one in the net. The goal's turned sideways, so he's going to have a tough time with that one. Polk will tee it up now at the 45-yard line. The Eagles are going to try the onside kick, and they're going to get it.
Yep.
Polk caught him sleeping that time. Must have seen something, and the Eagles are going to recover that one. Not only does he kick it, he recovers it. Great job that time of executing the onside kick by the Eagle kicker, who we talk about being so good with kicking.
Yeah, I'm glad he's okay after taking that lick.
Oh, you're come on. It was legitimate, man.
Yeah.
Well, the Eagles are going to take the onside kick, and now they're going to have great field position to start this drive at the Apache 44-yard line. Must have seen something there that led them to do that as Gavin recovers it, and it is going to be 1st down and 10 for the Eagles at the Glenbrook 44-yard line. Luke Vadrine will go to work. 2 running backs with him in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left, nobody to his right. Good snap from center. Luke's got some time to throw and does. And this one looked like he was trying to get that one to Turner.
I think he hit him with it. And Turner, he never got his head around.
So it is going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
That'll be Luke's first incompletion of the game. So 4 of his first 4 with the touchdown, and it was a good throw. I think he hit Turner in the back. Good coverage too, though, by the Apaches.
Running stride for stride that time with Jude. 2nd down and 10. The Eagles send 1 receiver wide to Luke's right, 2 to his left. Turner and Leonard in the backfield. 2nd and 10 at the Apache 44. Vadrine calls for the ball, looks to throws this one quick, and that one's going to be complete. And Edwards is going to haul this one in, Daniel. 2nd catch on the night, I believe, for Luke. A gain of 12 yards on the play.
Yeah.
Enough for a community pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, just another kind of quick throw. That cushion that they're getting, it's not 15 yards anymore. It's about 10, but still that gives Luke enough time to get the ball out to Luke Vadrine, enough time to get the ball out to Luke Edwards, and he's able to pick up enough yards for the 1st down there.
11 minutes, 30 seconds left to play here in the 2nd quarter. 1st down and 10, the Apache 33-yard line. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 running backs, 3 receivers. Luke gets a good snap, sets his feet, got a receiver, that's Turpin. Turpin's going to loop this one back. Looked like he may have had the 1st down, but gave up some ground, and he is going to be shy of the 1st down. A gain of 9 on the play, so it's going to bring up now 2nd down and 1. They put this football at the Apache 23-yard line. Clock running here in the 2nd quarter, 10 minutes and 49 seconds left to play.
Yeah. Looks like the Apaches are in a zone coverage. Patrick finds a soft spot, sits down. Luke delivers the ball on time. Nice play.
3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. 2 running backs. Offset eye. Vadrine in the shotgun. Calls for the ball. Play action. And it looks like we may have some movement.
Yeah, I think
flag thrown on the far side of the field.
I think it was just a little twitch by one of our receivers just before the ball was snapped.
2nd penalty of the night on the Eagles, and both of them illegal movement calls. It's going to cost the Eagles 5 yards. Instead of 2nd and 2, you're going to be looking at 2nd and 7. Or maybe 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Back it up. Vadrine will get the play call from the sideline. Eagles leading this contest in a big way so far tonight, 21-0. The Apaches have just not been able to get their offensive unit in gear and have had a real tough time defending these Eagles. Vadrine in the shotgun, 2 running backs with him in the gun, 3 receivers part of the set. Good snap from center. Luke's got time. Now he's getting rushed, sets his feet, throws this one.
Touchdown.
Ouachita Christian. Luke Edwards is going to haul that one in. Vadrine, Daniel, that time showing some patience and some maturity as he knew he was going to take that hit. But the touchdown pass is going to cover 28 yards, and the Eagles will add to this lead. Beautiful throw and a nice catch, and another Trinity Diamonds direct touchdown for the Eagles.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, he took a pretty good lick there, and knew the defender was bearing down on him, and delivers a strike to Luke Edwards down the field for a 28-yard touchdown.
Polk on for the extra point attempt. Gavin gets his leg into it and splits the uprights. It's good. As the Eagles are going to now add to the lead 28-0. Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Mike Gray in a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, definitely not the Glenbrook team we saw a few years ago.
Not at all. I was thinking on that kickoff, I said, I really thought I think they're going to onside kick this. And he did. And there was nobody in the middle there. It was a pretty easy kick to recover. It just gives other teams down the road that we're going to have to play to other things to think about. And they never know where we're going to go with it. Gavin's so talented with putting the ball where he needs it. So, but moved on down 50 yards, got a score, got our points, and keep rolling.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. 9 minutes and 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Ouachita Christian 28, Glenbrook 0. First round, opening round of the 2024 Louisiana High School Athletic Association playoffs. Eagles in the driver's seat in this one early.
It's going to return that one.
Polk gets his leg into this. It's going to be a little short, taken around the 2-yard line by the Apaches. On the return for Glenbrook is number 7, Ryan Reagan. Reagan is going to do a nice job that time of getting north and south. Daniel picks up 21 yards on the return. Looks like they'll spot this one right at the Apache 24-yard line.
Yeah, Patrick Turpin and Eli Red on the tackle for the coverage there. Good job by the Eagles. And I don't know if the wind's blowing. Maybe there might be a jet stream up there. But, yeah, that one didn't travel to the end zone for the first kickoff for Gavin tonight.
First down and 10 for the Apaches. Sanders looks to throw and does. He's going to complete this one. A nice throw and a nice catch that time.
Yeah.
On the sideline over here to Darren Hollingsworth. Gain of 7 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and short. Second 3 for Glenbrook from their own 31-yard line. Sanders will go to the wristband. Second 3. Good snap from center. Sanders with some time. Steps into this throw, and it's going to be complete. That's going to be the second first down of the night for the Apaches. Well-thrown football that time as he finds number 4, Gage White, for a gain of 12 yards and more than enough for another Apache first down.
Yeah, Gage White, the tight end, kind of a pretty big kid. Nice hands, though. Nice catch right there.
First and 10, Glenbrook. 2 first downs in a row for the Apaches. Got a little rhythm here. Sanders turns, hands this one inside to number 2. And Waller's going to find some running room. Number 2, Jackson Waller. And the Apaches have put together 3 first downs in a row. And the last one is a big one as Waller picks up a nice chunk of yardage, a gain of 24 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's kind of their base play. They put a guy in motion, kind of fake it, have a dive that they fake it too. That time he gets it to the man in motion. He's able to get outside and pick up, major yardage for another first down on this drive.
First down and 10 for Glenbrook in Eagle territory. Ball at the Eagle 33-yard line. Sanders in the shotgun. Gets a snap, throws this one on the run, and that's going to cost him. And Turpin's got some running room. He's going down the sideline to the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Ouachita Christian. Goes in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and Patrick Turpin takes it away. Touchdown, covers 66 yards on the return, and just like that, the breath of life, the spark that you saw over on the sideline for the Apaches just taken away, Daniel. 3 first downs in a row. A nice throw that time. Goes in and out of the hands of his receiver, and Patrick Turpin makes him pay. Heads-up play that time by Turpin.
Yeah, there was nothing between Turpin and the end zone after he corrals that one. It does. It just kind of bounces to you, right place, right time. A lot of times that's not an accident, though. When you have players who have, a high IQ, high football IQ, a level of savvy, that tends to happen a lot, and we've seen that happen with Patrick Turpin several times this year.
You know, it's like you say, right place, right time, but you got to be in that place and in that time. And Turpin with good position. Gavin splits the uprights again tonight, and that's going to add to this Eagles lead. Now it's going to be 35-0. Daniel, I do not want to be the guy that brings this up, but I will be the guy that unfortunately brings it up. Second quarter, you go up by 40.
I think it's I think it's after the half.
Strictly a halftime thing.
I'm pretty certain.
Okay.
I think the coaches can agree on it before the half, but by the book, it's going into the second half.
So the Eagles with an opportunity here possibly to
with 9 minutes to go, they're going to be looking for that opportunity. You know how much Coach Fitchie loves a running clock.
Well, and then it's a great time to keep your guys healthy, right? Especially as you get ready to go down to St. Francisville next week.
You got some bumps and bruises out there too that you want to, the guys will play. They'll play through it. They'll tape it up. You can look down there and you can see some casts and some heavy tape and some lower legs. And hey, those guys can use that, that extra healing time.
Well, I know Mike's going to be a little disappointed if he has to get out of here early. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I know he's enjoying the weather down there. So it is Gavin to get us underway, and Gavin gets his leg into this one, and that one is going to travel into the end zone. No chance at that one. Well kicked by number 18, Gavin Polk. And that was hammered.
Yep.
By the fair-haired Thunderleg,
I like
right?
it.
And then what we say? I mean, I'm telling you, that guy got into that one. Talented kicker. Kicks him into the end zone, and then he's also able to put a little mojo on it and recover his own onside kick.
All right, so they mentioned the drone, and I'm looking down there, and I see our drone pilot down there. I think he has to be here to have some type of license to fly a drone during a game. That's my understanding. One of our managers does it most of the time at practice, but I think during a game you have to have some type of commercial license.
First down and 10 for the Apaches as they go with number 33. It's Cade Vining, and Vining picks up a nice chunk of yardage. Gain of 3 on the play. Going to bring up second down and 7, but it looks like we got a flag on the play. No indication, but it looks like it may go against the Apaches. They heard the Apaches heard the officials talk, and it started backing up immediately. So it looks like it's going to be a hold against Glenbrook, and that's a costly penalty.
Yeah, that is.
A drive killer, as they say.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of success through the air. Had a couple completions, but you definitely don't want to start behind the sticks on first down.
And that is a killer penalty. It's going to take them inside the 20 down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be first down and 20 for Glenbrook. Behind the sticks early on this drive. Trailing the Eagles 28-0. They're actually 35-0 now.
He stepped out.
Nice throw, and that's going to be a penalty.
There, we'll give it back to him.
Yeah. Tackled about 2 or 3 yards out of bounds.
We're going to give it back to him and probably a few extra.
So is that what they said? Personal foul is the call against the Eagles.
It's going to be a late hit out of bounds against Ouachita Christian. And one way to get from behind the sticks almost instantly is a 15-yard personal foul penalty. Now, unfortunately, as you mentioned, Daniel, no more automatic first downs for that. So what you're going to be looking at now is,
it's enough because it's spot foul.
Oh, my. Yeah, 15 from the spot. So that's going to do it. So it is going to result in a first down for the Apaches and get them out of the shadow of their own goal line. So Glenbrook's going to end up with a first down and 10. Ball at their own 33. The Apaches have found a little rhythm on offense. Sanders calls for the ball.
Reverse.
Going to be a reverse pass. And Sanders is going to let this one go. Might be a problem, but no, it's not. It's going to be a big problem for the Eagles, not for the Apaches. Number 2, Jackson Waller is going to haul that one in. Big pass play. Gain of 42 yards and another Apache first down. And another deep ball in the Eagle secondary. First down and 10 for Glenbrook. Ball at the Eagle 25. Sanders in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion, calls for the ball, and looks to throw. Pulls this one down now. He's got a receiver underneath, and that's going to be complete. A nice throw and a nice catch that time by number 7, Ryan Reagan. And not quite as much. Daniel, you would, that's a gain of 3. Looked like maybe a little more than that, but 2nd down and 7 for Glenbrook, right at the 21-yard line. Sanders in the shotgun, calls for the ball. Play action, feels some pressure, unloads this one, and that's going to be incomplete. Looking for number 7, Ryan Reagan, or actually number 4, Gage White.
Yeah, that looks like, I think that's John Turner that was able to apply some pressure. Yes, it was. And on that reverse flea flicker thing, that was one thing. We did not get any pressure on them, so they had time to run that play and throw it downfield. So anytime the Eagles can get home, they're having a hard time throwing the ball.
3rd down and 7. Ball at the Eagle 21-yard line. This one's going to get unloaded, and another heads-up play by quarterback Eastern Sanders. Yeah. Daniel not taking a lot of sacks. He's able to, kind of elude a little bit of the rush and get rid of the football before the Eagles can really
I don't know that
really
we've
get
gotten
for
to
a big
him.
loss.
I don't know that we've gotten him for a tackle for loss tonight.
He throws the ball well on the run, and he recognizes pressure and unloads it. Again, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a senior.
Yeah.
A little bit of playing time under his belt, makes good decisions with the football. Well, the Apaches are going to go for it here. 4-down territory. 4th down and 7 at the Eagle 21-yard line.
Empty.
Sanders calls for it, rolls, looks to throw, had a man for a second, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a turnover on downs, and the Eagles will have the ball.
There is a flag on the play.
Maybe throwing past the line of scrimmage.
It was close.
Or possibly an illegal man downfield. In either case, Eagles will decline it. It's going to be holding, and I was wrong on both counts.
Yeah, it may have been the other things too. You never know, because I thought both of those are very possible. But hey,
but the Eagles are going to take over on downs, leading this contest right now, 35-0. Daniel, you and I were here and had a great time at the last Glenbrook game.
What a game!
That turned out to be one that we still talk about to this day. And this Glenbrook team's just Eagles a little too much for them so far tonight.
Yeah. You look
Eagles will take over on downs.
I was going to say, you look out there, you've got several good-looking athletes, but you also have some kids that are not very big, and I mean, there's nothing they can do about that, but not an imposing team physically.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Luke looks to throw and does. Tell you what, a big night so far tonight for number 14, Luke Edwards. Several catches. Luke does a nice job of that time of hauling that one in. And that's going to be just shy of the 1st down, a gain of 8 yards on the play. Will bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles at their own 30-yard line. Clock running with 7 minutes left to play here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, Luke Edwards with 4 catches, over 70 yards so far in the first half and a touchdown. So good night for
the Dream. Looks to throw. And he's got a receiver. That's Turpin, and that's going to be more than enough for a community pharmacy 1st down. Turpin loops back, eludes a couple of defenders, and then really just churns his legs to pick up some more yards after the catch. It's going to be a gain of 21 yards, actually a gain of 14 yards on the play. Want to thank tonight's 2nd quarter sponsor, D&H Sporting Goods. 2 locations in Bastrop and Sterlington to serve you. Stop by D&H Sporting Goods for all your Ouachita Christian Eagle gear. We want to thank the fine folks at D&H Sporting Goods.
I think like a little seam out of the backfield would be nice to see right here. Drew Turner up the middle, just over the top.
You might. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Vadreen going to give this one to Leonard. Leonard's got some blockers out in front of him. He's going to have a seam, and he's going to have more than enough for another Eagle 1st down. Brought to you by the fine folks at Community Pharmacy. A gain of 15 yards on the play, and the Eagles are already in Apache territory. They put this football at the Glenbrook 41-yard line. Clock running with 6 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Ouachita Christian leads 35-0. Luke Vadrine sends 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. One of them's his running back, Jude Turner. Leonard will join him in the shotgun. Good snap from center, play action. Luke throws this one to Turner. Turner is just going to will himself to a first down. Split 2 defenders. Looks probably like Daniel probably drug both of those defenders with him. Picked up 14 yards on the play. 4 of it, I guarantee you, was with 2 defenders on his back. First down and 10 for the Eagles. They put this football at the Apache 28-yard line. Clock running, 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Vadrine in the shotgun. Turner joins him. So does Leonard. Gives this one to Macon. Macon's across the 30. Now he's across the 20. Now he's across the 10. The 5. Touchdown, Macon Leonard. Senior running back with a really nice run. That time Daniel used his vision.
He did.
You can see his blockers engaged and found the hole. Takes it in from 28 yards out. And, you know, one of the things that's happening is the Eagles are scoring from so far out that now you have to say that he scored from 20 yards out running right through the Washam Agency red zone.
Well, I also want to mention the offensive line right there. Nobody touched him on that run. Great job sealing the edge by the left side of the offensive line, and
that was the vision too, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was right there. You and I can see it from up here. Nobody's going to touch him.
Well, and that is. I mean, part of a successful play is having your running back be able to see the blocks.
Yep.
The other part of it is actually making those blocks, and in that case, the O-line doing a great job of engaging downfield and having a running back with a little bit of experience that knows how to see those blocks. I'm telling you, I don't even know if a year ago Macon is as patient with that run as he is tonight.
No, and that's something that we've seen kind of his progression, you know, the evolution of Macon Leonard all year, and being able to see those holes. Not only that, but being able to run through any hole on the offensive line. You know, he used to be a primarily outside runner. This year he's doing it all over the place. And, you know, Jackson Mann at left tackle there doing a great job. Has had a nice pancake block on that play, and that really sprung it for the Eagles offense.
Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Mike Gray. Mike, how you doing down there?
Well, got 2 things. One, I know a guy, so I texted him, and the drone issue, as long as it's tethered, does not have to have a license to fly.
Oh, okay.
And so that we do have a tethered drone, so it's okay.
Leashed.
Ridge Coates banged up a little bit. I don't think he'll see any action really the rest of the night. At this point, no need to get him healthy for next week.
All right, Mike, you know it's 42-0 right now, right?
That's
so
right.
if
we
can
have a running clock here, so I think they do it in the first half, Daniel.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they're running it now, so.
Okie doke. I think you're right, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. This kick is going to travel into the end zone. No return. Another great kick from Gavin Polk.
Yeah, yep, the clock is running.
Eagles lead this game right now 42-0. The Apaches try to figure out a way to put their first successful drive together. Daniel, they've had a little bit of success. It's limited, but then have seemed to figure out a way to get this Eagle defense involved. And as soon as I say that, another run. Glenbrook's made some good plays. They've been able to move the football. It's just unfortunately they've been snake bit at a gain of 10 yards right there, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Nice run that time for the Apaches.
Yeah, they have had some plays, one over 40, a couple over 20, and then that one right, a couple like that, but they're few and far between, not able to sustain a drive thus far.
Senior quarterback Eastern Sanders in the shotgun. Sanders turns, hands this one to number 2, Jackson Waller. And Waller with a tough run as he finds a little bit of a soft spot on the right side of the Eagle defensive line. A gain of 7 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3.
3 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Good snap from center. And boy, I tell you what, a big blow that time. Delivered by number 17, Tristan Raymond.
Yep.
Daniel, Tristan is a quarterback.
Yes, that was.
But he also has dual duties. He plays a really tough defensive back, and that time comes up to separate a receiver from the ball. Good legal hit, but
very good hit. Didn't
very
lead with his
physical
head.
play.
And Tristan's carved out himself a good bit of playing time on defense in this Eagles secondary.
Absolutely. You know what he does? He plays a really smart position.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? It seems like he's always trying to get himself in a position to make a play, make a tackle. And you see him doing some of the same stuff on the kickoff team,
Yes.
kickoff return team. I mean, he's
he had a tackle on a kickoff tonight. I mean, coverage. So he's starting to carve out himself some.
Find a way to get on the field,
That's
man.
right. Especially as a quarterback, you want to learn the game inside and out.
3rd down and 4. The Apaches keep this one on the ground, and the Eagles are going to hold him up.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
They needed 4. Donnie says he picked up 2. So it is going to be 4th down and 2. 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Needed 4, picked up 3. So the Apaches are going to find themselves in 4-down territory as they trail in this contest right now, 42-0. Sanders will bring the Apaches to the line. And he got it.
It's false start.
The Apaches are going to get hit with 5 yards. You're going to go from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6. And, yep, it looks like the Apaches are going to send the punt team onto the field. 4th and 1, a little different than 4th and 6. As Glenbrook will have to punt the football. Daniel, the clock is running.
Yeah.
Minute 40 left to play here in the first half.
Yeah, they hadn't started the play clock yet. They haven't even stepped this off. We may not even get another play off this half.
It's going to be a minute 30 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Yeah, we might.
The Apaches are going to get the 5 yards marched off. Got a few guys missing on the punt return team. Looks like Jude will
Just
make
send
his
Jude
way
out there.
out. Yeah, he'll be. In all fairness, you could put him on anything.
That's right. He's on the line right now.
Why not? And this one is not going to work out.
It's going to bounce back. Yep.
It is. This is going to be a negative punt.
Oh, and we're going to return it for some reason. What?
Number 1 that time is Seth Mangrum, and Mangrum is going to miss-hit that one. And it's actually going to, you're going to have a negative yards on the punt. So Donnie is going to have to write down the fact that it's negative 8 yards on the punt. And it looked like one of the Eagles may have scooped it up.
Yeah.
Don't know that we made any positive yards on it. Donnie's going to say no. We got to it, but
yeah,
the punt is going to travel -8.
I just got to say, Eli Red picks that up. As soon as they blow the whistle, Coach Fitchie and Coach Bentley on the field saying, hey, look, stay away from that.
All right, here we go. The Eagles are going to find themselves with the ball. 1st down and 10 at the Apache 26-yard line. Offensive coordinator Drew Vadreen getting together with the offense on the sideline. Not sure what they're cooking up here, Daniel, but you know what? I know a field goal kicker that might get a chance to hit one from here.
Yes, that might be what we see. You may see Luke take it to the center of the field or wherever whatever Gavin orders up.
Interesting call here.
Yep.
41 seconds left to play here in the first half. Ouachita Christian 42, Glenbrook 0. Luke Vadreen in the shotgun, an empty backfield, 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. 1st down and 10 at the Apache 27. Luke calls for the ball. Good snap from center, has time, and he's going to get sacked. Apache's come with a blitz, and he's going to lose a ton of yardage. 7 to be specific. Clock's going to run. Now the Eagles are going to call a timeout. You know what? You know what? When the Eagles call a timeout, Daniel, that timeout is always brought to you by the fine folks at Campbell & House Attorneys at Law. Anytime the Eagles take a timeout, it's a Campbell & House timeout. Don't get played.
Call Wade.
Don't get played. You call Wade at 318-855-0285. Again, don't get played.
Call Wade.
855-0285. And we want to thank the fine folks at Campbell & House Attorneys at Law, our timeout sponsor. I don't think that was how they had that one drawn up, Daniel, as Luke takes a shot, loses 7 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 17. So now, if you're trying to get any kind of points on the board, the clock may not be your friend. As with 32 seconds, the Eagles will still have 2 timeouts, but they're going to find themselves now 2nd and 17 at the Apache 38-yard line. Bedreen in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Actually, 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Brings Turner in as a personal protector. Maybe a good idea. Luke in the gun. Good snap from center. Sets his feet. Lets this one go. He's got a receiver downfield. Touchdown, Ouachita Christian. Daniel, you told everybody that you look to see Voyon maybe get a little more involved in this game, and that's exactly what he does there. Beautiful throw that time from Bedreen and a nice catch by Cam Voyon as the Eagles are going to increase their lead now. The touchdown pass covers 34 yards as the Eagles now, well, I guess they'll get an untimed down. The clock's going to run down to 0, but that will allow Gavin an opportunity to kick the extra point, which would make the score 49-0. Good snap, good hold. Gavin gets it through, and that will end the first half of play. Boy, I don't know if you can do it any better than that if you're a Ouachita Christian Eagle fan. Let's go down to the sideline and talk. You know who? You know, I know a Ouachita Christian fan, and he's right down there on the sideline. Let's go down to Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, I don't know that you can script it any better than that.
No. Look, and no knock on Glenbrook at all. They've got some kids that are really small. One of their receivers, if he's 110,
oh my goodness,
he's only a pound. I'm just glad the clock's running right now because it could get even worse. And they're playing their hearts out. I can see it. I can tell they're trying. Just don't match up well. And, you know, good for us. And I feel for the seniors on Glenbrook's team, knowing that this will probably be the end. I know what that feeling's like. I still remember it from a few years ago. So, yeah, I think we'll go through a quick second half here.
Yeah, we got some kind of meeting going on at midfield. You know what that's about,
Well,
Mike?
they didn't invite me, so it can't be too important.
You look official. I mean, you look kind of a mix between a coach and a referee. You can probably ease in there.
I can ease in there. I'm going to see what's going on.
All right, thanks a lot. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Not sure what the discussion could be, but Coach Fitzhugh's definitely involved. The coaches from Glenbrook as well as the officials for tonight's contest. Be interesting to see. Could have something to do with maybe the clock or how things will be played in the second half.
Yeah, they're pointing up at the. They were pointing up at the clock operator in his direction, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, let's go back down to the sideline. Let's check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike. Well, Mike trying to find out what's going on down there as the officials making their way as they head into the locker room. Tell you what, Daniel, we'll catch up with them as we're fixing to be entertained by some young ladies from Glenbrook High School. They got a dance line coming out to midfield, and I will tell you this, pretty impressive dance line, man.
Yeah.
Good numbers, and these young ladies are going to fix to entertain the folks from Glenbrook as well as the home folks here at Eagles Stadium. We're going to take a quick break. Invite you to come back here for us. I think, Daniel, you may have some scores and stuff around the area.
Yeah, I'll look those up. I'll have some staff here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Today's music
Hey sports fans, this is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes in providing the best coverages and service for our clients. We offer all your insurance needs such as auto, home, life, and commercial. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Please call us at 318-343-3582. You can find us at Facebook or at 205 Old Bastrop Road in Monroe. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021. Bears Towing is on call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They understand that an emergency doesn't happen at convenient times. Bears Towing, 388-3021. Bears Towing is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine. We have 2 locations to serve you, one on Darbone Lake in Farmerville and one right here on 165 North in Monroe. Come by and check us out. We have the best brands on the market: Phoenix Bass boats, Weldcraft aluminum boats, and your gator tail duck boat needs. Give us a call today at 318-545-5595 or check us out on the web at www.ludwig-marine.com. Mitch Ludwig and the Ludwig Marine crew would like to say, go Eagles.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm Home and Auto Insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Dreher Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreher Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt, surface treatments, hot mix, parking lots, driveways, asphalt maintenance, dozer work, and crushed stone. You can walk and drive on us with confidence. Call 281-2242. Dreher Contracting in Bastrop.
Start smiling today with Neela Dental. Whether you need general dentistry, dental implants, or a cosmetic touch-up, Neela Dental is here to give you the confidence to smile strong and healthy. They offer state-of-the-art treatments with everything performed in-house in 2 convenient locations, Tower Drive in Monroe and Highway 2 in Farmerville. Feeling nervous about your visit? No worries. Neela Dental offers sedation options tailored just for you. So why wait? Start smiling today and visit neeladental.com. Neela Dental would like to wish OCS the best this season. Go Eagles!
Everyone likes to be on the winning team, but there are always many obstacles in the way. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ, where we celebrate overcoming the hurdles and struggles of life together. We are a community of faith, supporting each other's victories. Come as you are, and let's tackle life's challenges together. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ this Sunday at 10 a.m. Visit facoc.org for more information. Go Eagles!
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Are you tired of pushing through the pain? Do you struggle day in and day out with simple tasks? Are you ready for change? If so, call Louisiana Pain Care. At Louisiana Pain Care, our doctors are board certified and fellowship trained to target the source of your pain and help you manage it. Visit lapaincare.com for more information and to schedule your appointment. Louisiana Pain Care, your spine care experts.
There are 2 Big Mac burgers now? Never had a Big Mac.
If you're gonna try your first Big Mac, you gotta go with the original. Can't go wrong with the classics, right?
Nah. If you're gonna try something new, go with the new chicken Big Mac. It's got special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and 2 chicken patties
on a sesame seed bun.
Stop saying everything I'm saying. I'm not. Yes, you are. No, you are. No, you are.
So what will it be? The Big Mac or the chicken Big Mac?
Yes. The chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can.
Hey sports fans, this is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes. We are your shelter.
Welcome back to the Farm Bureau broadcast booth. Farm Bureau Insurance, brought to you by Agent Chris Thomas. Give Chris a call for all your insurance needs at 283-0200. And I've got some scores for our halftime show, the Sterlington Physical Therapy halftime show. Give Craig a call to set up an appointment. He's located at 8649 Highway 165 North. Sterlington Physical Therapy, 235-9326. So an outstanding half for the Eagles offensively. Pretty much had everything working. Running the ball, throwing the ball. Luke Vadrine, a crisp 11 of 12 in the first half for 197 yards and 3 touchdowns. The leading receiver, we have 2 receivers with 4 catches. Luke Edwards had 4 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Turpin had 4 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. But the leading receiver by yardage is number 15, Cam Vullion, with 2 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Turpin also had the 66-yard interception return for a touchdown. Macon Leonard, leading rusher, 9 carries, 97 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jude Turner, 4 rushes, 39 yards, 1 catch, 1 reception, for 14 yards. Eagles, 3 penalties for 20 yards. The Apaches have 2 penalties for 15 yards, and the Eagles go into the half with a commanding lead of 49-0. And I tried to look up a couple scores from the area. Kind of in a well, let's see. West Washita is leading Denham Springs at the half, 14-6. Last night, Gina beat Caldwell by a pretty good margin. But kind of, I guess, a lot of people call it a shocker. West Monroe's up on Parkway at the half, 28-0. So kind of a big surprise. West Monroe close in every game this year. But, you know, tough district. And so here they are with a commanding lead at halftime. And so that's what we're looking at here. That's what we're looking at in our area. And it looks like we have about just under 8 minutes to go in the half. We will have a running clock here at Fitzhugh Field for the second half. And so all these numbers, all these scores, all this information, it's unofficial. The official will be released next week, but what I have is the unofficial statistics. But all these numbers, I want to thank Shelter Insurance Agent Ashton Smith for being our in-game scoreboard update sponsor. Again, for all your insurance needs, call Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance, 343-3582. Again, that's 343-3582. And so, again, just over 7 minutes to go till we kick off the second half. The Eagles will kick off to the Apaches to begin play in just a moment. But until then, we're going to take just another short break. Just wanted to fill you in on the statistics, and we'll be back for the second half of action here at Eagle Stadium and Fitzhugh Field. You're listening to Washita Christian Eagle Football on the OCS Sports Network.
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm Home and Auto Insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Everyone likes to be on the winning team, but there are always many obstacles in the way. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ, where we celebrate overcoming the hurdles and struggles of life together. We are a community of faith, supporting each other's victories. Come as you are, and let's tackle life's challenges together. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ this Sunday at 10 a.m. Visit facoc.org for more information. Go Eagles!
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
Start smiling today with Neela Dental. Whether you need general dentistry, dental implants, or a cosmetic touch-up, Neela Dental is here to give you the confidence to smile strong and healthy. They offer state-of-the-art treatments with everything performed in-house in 2 convenient locations, Tower Drive in Monroe and Highway 2 in Farmerville. Feeling nervous about your visit? No worries. Neela Dental offers sedation options tailored just for you. So why wait? Start smiling today and visit NeelaDental.com. Neela Dental would like to wish OCS the best this season. Go Eagles!
Dreher Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreher Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt, surface treatments, hot mix, parking lots, driveways, asphalt maintenance, dozer work, and crushed stone. You can walk and drive on us with confidence. Call 281-2242. Dreher Contracting in Bastrop.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the right humble decision for your LASIK
Are you tired of pushing through the pain? Do you struggle day in and day out with simple tasks? Are you ready for change? If so, call Louisiana Pain Care. At Louisiana Pain Care, our doctors are board certified and fellowship trained to target the source of your pain and help you manage it. Visit lapaincare.com for more information and to schedule your appointment. Louisiana Pain Care, your spine care experts.
If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021. Bears Towing is on call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They understand that an emergency doesn't happen at convenient times. Bears Towing, 388-3021. Bears Towing is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine. We have 2 locations to serve you, one on Darbone Lake in Farmerville and one right here on 165 North in Monroe. Come by and check us out. We have the best brands on the market: Phoenix Bass boats, Weldcraft aluminum boats, and your gator tail duck boat needs. Give us a call today at 318-545-5595 or check us out on the web at www.ludwig-marine.com. Mitch Ludwig and the Ludwig Marine crew would like to say, go Eagles.
Hey sports fans, this is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes in providing the best coverages and service for our clients. We offer all your insurance needs such as auto, home, life, and commercial. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Please call us at 318-343-3582. You can find us at Facebook or at 205 Old Bastrop Road in Monroe. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm Home and Auto Insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Everyone likes to be on the winning team, but there are always many obstacles in the way. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ, where we celebrate overcoming the hurdles and struggles of life together. We are a community of faith, supporting each other's victories. Come as you are, and let's tackle life's challenges together. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ this Sunday at 10 a.m. Visit facoc.org for more information. Go Eagles!
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
Start smiling today with Neela Dental. Whether you need general dentistry, dental implants, or a cosmetic touch-up, Neela Dental is here to give you the confidence to smile strong and healthy. They offer state-of-the-art treatments with everything performed in-house in 2 convenient locations, Tower Drive in Monroe and Highway 2 in Farmerville. Feeling nervous about your visit? No worries. Neela Dental offers sedation options tailored just for you. So why wait? Start smiling today and visit NeelaDental.com. Neela Dental would like to wish OCS the best this season. Go Eagles!
Welcome back to the Farm Bureau broadcast booth. Both teams are out on the field right now warming up. And again, want to thank Sterlington Physical Therapy for sponsoring our halftime show. Also, Shelter Insurance agent Ashton Smith. I do have a couple of scoreboard updates from around the area and from around the district. Union playing Oakdale. Union is up 42-0 at halftime. Mangum, East Iberville, Mangum's up 21-14. Washita, the Lions are down to Destrehan 16-6. Kind of a tough draw for the Lions there. Carroll playing West Feliciana, they're down. The Bulldogs are down 22-13. Wassman is up against Minden at Minden, 12. Tafai Faraday playing Lake Arthur. Faraday is up 30-7, and Sterlington playing Patterson. Sterlington is up 42-6. So just some playoff scores. There's going to be a lot. There's a lot that's going to kind of shake out this week, I guess, to an extent. But really, most of these games, the winners of these games are going to go on and face somebody who's keeping up with the scores from home this Friday because of a bye week. And we missed out on that by about 3 spots in the power ratings.
All right, so tell me this though. Look, I think it's, and I think Mike Gray is Mike with us?
Yeah, he's down there.
On the
Yeah,
sideline.
let's go ahead.
Okay,
We'll patch him in.
All right. Well, so here's the thing, though. I mean, I've never, I mean, I guess it's good to be able to get some healing, and to maybe let some guys get a little bit of rest and maybe feel a little bit better. But I don't know how I feel about the bye. When you got the hot hand and you got things going, I mean, it's always you get a chance to recover. But does the bye?
I absolutely appreciate this game this week.
Okay,
because I did not want to sit with a bye after last week. We needed to get out here and work on some stuff and get our head back on our shoulders like we need them. And I think it's really going to pay off for us.
An opportunity to get right, Mike?
That's right. I mean, that's what we needed. We didn't need to go 14 days with that.
Well, I think kind of to that. I think it depends on your team and your situation.
Right.
It's I don't think there's a fix all for every situation. Hey, every team that has a bye is going to be worse off. I don't think that's the case. I do think it depends on your team. Just like it depends on your team. Do you play a soft schedule to build confidence, or do you play a really hard schedule to get weathered and prepared? Again, I think that depends on your team. For some teams may benefit from a soft schedule. Some teams may benefit from going through the fire.
Well, I think in our situation it helped us tremendously.
You know what, Mike? Here's the beauty. Time will tell, won't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Time will tell.
That's right. We're going to play another week.
Thanks a lot. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. The Eagles are back on the field. We're getting ready to get the third quarter underway. Ouachita Christian leading this game right now, 49-0. Gavin gets his leg into this one, and that one is going to travel into the end zone. I will tell you, having had a chance to speak with some of the folks from Glenbrook at halftime, Daniel, the entire group to a person, extremely impressed with our kicker. And his abilities. And then at halftime, or I guess during halftime, goes out and he showed us something a lot of people hadn't seen, which is his ability to really drive the football on a punt as well.
Yeah, I mean he can get some hang time, but he's kicked the ball 8 times. One of those was onside kick, and the other, one of them was just short of the goal line, but 6 of them were for touchbacks, 6 of 8 for touchbacks.
Well, the Apaches are going to go to work through the air to start.
We got some new numbers out there.
Probably a few fresh faces, I would imagine. Is that's one thing you can do, as we talked about with the bye. You don't get to you don't necessarily get to play, but maybe some of these starters with this kind of lead, Daniel, it's going to give you the opportunity to maybe get well.
Look at that.
All right. Keep this one on the ground.
One of our Wyatt Wilson with a sack, or a tackle for loss.
Going to be number 1, Seth Mangrum on a carry. He'll lose 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a big third down here, 3rd down and 14.
All right, Dave, I want to point something out. On the cornerback, the left cornerback, we got number 33. That's Barrett Freeland out there getting some playing time. We talked about him throughout the beginning of the year. Spent time in a hospital. I mean, for several weeks, and so it's great to see him. He's worked hard just to be able to get back on the field, and here he is, getting some playing time.
Yeah, a lot of people praying for that young man.
Yep.
And there he is. Well, good to see you back, Mr. Freeland.
I'll tell you how hard he's working. I went out one day. I don't remember what we had going on at school, but I had about half our students, so I brought him out here, and Barrett was out here, and he wanted me to throw him some he wanted to run some routes. He wanted to start getting his condition back up. So I bet I threw 50 routes to him out here on this field, and he was sweating like crazy, and so he's worked very hard to be able to experience this right here, get some time in the playoffs.
A lot of prayer for that young man.
Yep.
Good to see him back out on the field. 4th down and 13 for the Apaches. They're going to have to punt this football, and that's what they'll do. This one's going to be good. And a fair catch called for as Turpin brings it in. We saw a lot of fresh faces on defense, and guess what?
Yeah.
Fixing to get a dose of them on offense.
Hey, how cool is it, though, if you're a
these young
freshman
Eagles.
or you hadn't played, you don't get a whole lot of playing time, and here you are in the first round of the playoffs, and your name goes in the participation list.
Well, Donnie tells me the punt covered 32 yards, no return as Turpin Fair caught it, so it's going to be first down and 10 for the Eagle offense. A lot of fresh faces in. Looks like Voyon may be in at quarterback.
I also want to mention this. Once the running clock starts, there's nothing you can do to stop it. So if Glenbrook scores 4 or 5 touchdowns, it's still going to be a running clock, and so that's why it's good for the Eagles to be able to get it's number 40.
Voyon pulls this one down to number 48, but Daniel, I think from my vantage point, I saw a face mask.
Yep, they're
probably going to be a call against the Apaches, and that's going to cost them 15 yards.
Yeah, so the running clock's pretty much set in stone from moving forward. Even if the Apaches were to be able to close the
we'll
gap.
tell you this, the running clock is happening, and I know from your vantage point you can't see it, so I'm just going to tell you, how much time do you think's left in the third
I would
quarter?
think my first thought was like 8 or 9 minutes, but
it's 7 minutes and 59 seconds.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, 3 and out,
And you're not talking about, this game is literally going to be over in about 15, it's not 15, but about 19 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is, but that was the 4th play of the, they were 3 down, or 5th play counting the punt. So Eagles pick up a first down on the penalty, though.
First down and 10 for this young group of Eagles.
Also,
number 11, Cole Voyon in at quarterback.
Also, what the running clock does is it allows you to get some of your backup players. You got a backup quarterback, he can throw the ball, and it's not going to stop the clock and, be considered running up the score or anything like that.
Voyon in the gun. He's going to let this play clock run down. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. They keep this one on the ground, and that's going to be number 48, a nice run. That's Joseph Post. Post with a nice run that time, Daniel, as he's going to break a couple of tackles and pick up 10 yards and enough for a community pharmacy first down. Eagles right outside the Washam Agency red zone at the Apache 22-yard line. First and 10. Nice run that time by number 48, Joseph Post. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Voyon is in the shotgun for the Eagles. Post will join him in the gun. Play clock inside of 5. Quick throw out the flat behind his receiver. Is that looks like maybe John Bowles?
Yeah, John Bowles with the catch. And
nice catch as well, as both Bowles had to go back behind him on that one. Ball thrown behind him, and Bowles goes down to get it. Nice catch. Gain of 4 yards on the play brings up second down and 6 inside the Washam Agency red zone at the Apache 19. Clock down to 6 minutes. Eagles lead 49-0. Post will let the play clock again get inside of 5. And call for the ball. Looks to throw. Put some air into this one. Bowles looking to try to get it. It's just going to be over his outstretched arms as Bowles looks to try to pull that one in. Just an overthrown pass that time by Voyon, unable to connect. So it's going to bring up third down and 6. Eagles with the ball at the Apache 19-yard line. 2 receivers, the left, 1 to the right. Voyon will let the play clock wind down. Call for the ball. He's going to feel a lot of pressure this time. Voyon is going to be dropped for a loss.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, do you kick this or do you punt it?
It looks like number 18 is heading out of the field. He's going for it.
Goodness, here we go. Now we're going to be on the right hash, it looks like.
Yeah.
Or just off the right hash. And we're going to have to mark this one off. Donnie's going to have to do that quick math.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, it's going to be dead on the numbers at 45 yards, as he will kick this one from the 35. So a 45-yard attempt for Gavin Polk.
He's made it 50 this year, so we know he's got the range here. You hope for a good snap and hold.
Good snap, good hold. Gavin, oh, that one's low.
Low.
And that one's going to be no good.
Yeah.
Looked like the snap was a little high, which put Turpin in a bind to get it down. And a pretty decent rush that time as well by the Apaches.
Yep.
So Gavin's kick is no good, and Glenbrook will take over at their own 20-yard line.
From their own 28-yard line.
Now, I thought when it breaks the plane, it goes back to the 20. Not from where you kicked it.
Yeah, that's where they're going.
There we go.
Yeah. Glenbrook doesn't realize it yet. There they go.
I want to thank our third quarter sponsor, Randall's Captain Avery's Seafood and Specialty Meats. For all your tailgating needs, catering needs, call Randall today, 318-388-2278. Again, that's Randall's Captain Avery's Seafood and Specialty Meats. Our third quarter sponsor, and the folks at Randall's Captain Avery's and Seafood Market, Daniel, they've been proud partners of ours for quite some time. I want to thank the folks at Randall's Captain Avery's Seafood and Specialty Meats.
Well, during that read, Barrett Freeling came up and made a tackle for loss right there on the running back. So nice play by the Eagles and Barrett.
Oh, loss of a yard on the play, and boy, I tell you what, this young Eagle defense has got a little bit of fire. It's going to be a loss of 4, Daniel. Loss of 1, now a loss of 4. So the Apaches are going to be looking at 3rd down and 15 against this young Eagle defense. Clock's running now with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, they look like number 47, Brock Abels, with the tackle there. Nice tackle by, he's in at the middle linebacker position.
Apaches looking to throw. Got a receiver downfield. It's going to be caught.
Nice tackle.
Good open field tackle that time. Like Wilkes on the stop that time for the Eagles, Daniel.
Yeah, number 4, Boyd Wilkes.
Gain of 12 yards on the play, and that's going to be enough. Or actually, it's going to be 4th and 3. They needed 12, or they needed 15. They got 12, so it's going to be 4th down and 3. They'll put this football at the Apache, what we'll call it, 27-yard line.
Yeah, and they're going for it here. I can't say I blame them. I mean,
no, of course not.
And we'll give it to them.
Flag on the play.
A lot of youth and inexperience, right?
Yeah, extra hungry. They just two of our linebackers get a little antsy, trying to shoot the gap there.
Needed 4, they'll get 5, and that's going to be enough for an Apache first down. Clock still running. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Ouachita Christian 49, Glenbrook 0. Biggest cheerleaders on the sideline right now is that Eagle defense wanting to preserve that shutout.
Yep.
First down and 10 for Glenbrook. Easton Sanders under center. Going to hand this one. That's number 1, Seth Mangrum. Mangram's going to find a seam. And this young Eagle defense is going to be tested. Open field tackle, but not before he picks up a first down. Gain of 15 yards on the play.
Yeah, number 23, Abram Parker with the tackle. He's made some good tackles, at safety for this second unit several times this year. Had a couple of touchdown saving tackles earlier in the season, so he does a nice job right there. The Eagles pick up the first down.
30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Be the last play of the third quarter.
Wow.
Sanders in the shotgun, calls for the ball. Hands this one off. Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, Desai.
Great play that time by Desai Bradshaw. Really good open field tackle, Daniel. Gain of 2 yards on the play. Bradshaw closed in on the running back, was able to bring him down. Gain of 2, second down and 8. As that brings an end to the third quarter of play.
Before you do that, as you're looking for the read, it was a nice job by these linebackers too on setting the edge right there, letting Desai come from the backside, scraping down and making that tackle. So you got to learn not just to tackle and run fast, but you got to learn to play assignment football as a young player, and they're doing good.
Tell me this.
Okay.
Looks like the Eagles are going to be playing Catholic High Point Capay. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Located?
New Roads.
New Roads, Louisiana.
New Roads, Louisiana. You know what's around New Roads?
St. Francisville.
Well, there's probably not much between New Roads and St. Francisville, but it's not. It's across. It's a river.
Yeah, it's a ferry.
You got to take a ferry. But if you look at a Google Earth view of this place, it is just fields and fields and fields of rice or something like that. A lot of farmland down there, a lot of water.
It looks like it's probably going to be about a 3.5 hour drive.
It is, depending on how long you have to wait for the ferry, I guess. So, nice little boat ride.
Oh, yeah.
I think they have a bridge, don't they have it?
They do. They have a really nice bridge that was built several years ago. Really, really pretty bridge.
I've never been there. We've played them in softball. Lost to them in the state championship softball game in 2019. Good game. Had a pitcher. She went on to play Division I softball at University of Memphis, and a really good program. But we played them in the Dome a couple years ago. That's when Hunter Herring had that, a million touchdowns in that game, and just a record. We scored 70-something points, and so I know we've played them before. We've played them several times in football, baseball, other sports, and so, hey, we'll head down to New Roads next week.
First down at 10. Nice run that time by Glenbrook.
I think they're the Hornets.
They are. I can confirm that for you. As the Apaches are going to try to throw this one, and the Eagles with just real good coverage downfield by this young defensive unit. Going to bring up second down and 10. The clock running now with 11 minutes left to play in the football game. Ouachita Christian, 49. Glenbrook, 0.
Kind of a black and green and white color scheme, similar to like Lincoln Prep,
A little silver?
Yeah, a little bit silver. That's right, yeah. Good, but a good athletic program, long time success in multiple sports.
Second down and 10. The Apaches look to throw. They set up the screen, and that's going to be overthrown.
That was a good play, drawn-up play right there, just not executed.
I'll tell you what, I think what took away from some of the execution right that time was number 45, Desai Bradshaw, back there all over the quarterback, Easton Sanders. Never seemed to get his feet set to put that pass right where it needed to be on the screen. It travels over the outstretched arms of his running back.
Yeah, Desai, he's a freshman, and once he gets off the ball, he's fast. He gets upfield real fast. Right now he's a pure pass rusher. He'll develop into more of a sideline-to-sideline type guy, but, man, he's showing a lot of promise.
Gain of 7 yards on the play. Going to bring up fourth down and 3. For the Apaches. Clock running with 9:50 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Sanders in the shotgun. Turns. He's going to hand this one to number 2, Jackson Waller. And Waller's got some running room. That's going to be enough for another Apache first down. Needed about 4 on the play, and they're going to pick up 8. That's going to be enough for another Apache first down.
Yeah, I think Tristan Raymond's in the game now, kind of at a defensive back position. He makes the tackle there. Puts him right in the red zone, though. We hadn't talked about the red zone a lot tonight.
Not a whole lot tonight. Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by the Fat Doctor, a physician-monitored weight loss program offering weekly accountability and support under Dr. Davin Spires. They use a 3-pronged approach consisting of a ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, and exercise to get you to a healthier, new you. Weight loss medication is also an option for you as well. Find them on social media under the Fat Doctor Monroe. Or give them a call, 318-503-4441. And we want to thank the Fat Doctor, Dr. Davin Spires, for his continued support of Ouachita Christian Eagle football and Ouachita Christian Eagle athletics. The Apaches keep this one on the ground.
They're going to get a first down again.
That's going to be number 1, Seth Mangrum, with a tough run inside. And that Eagle defense has got to be cheering them on.
Yeah, 4 plays.
There's not only the Apaches in the red zone, but they're going to be inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal at the 8 for Glenbrook. This young Eagle defense is going to have to stiffen up. Sanders is going to go under center with an eye backfield behind him. They give this one to the fullback, and that's going to be enough for an Apache touchdown. They'll put their first touchdown on the board. Touchdown from 8 yards out. Glenbrook will put 6 on the board with 7 minutes. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the ball game.
Yeah, they're just really, I mean, they got a complete overload right here. They got 2 players to the left of the quarterback, and everybody else is to the right. And they're going to run reverse to the near side.
Play,
nice job.
Really nice play.
Wyatt Wilson.
Well, let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, nice to have a running clock this time of the year.
It is, and to see these youngsters in there. No starters at all, and a lot of kids, Boyd Wilkes and some of those kids that don't see a whole lot of playing time, getting some really good playing time, and they'll remember this, and next year it'll motivate them to grow a little bit, work a little harder, get a little faster, and move up the ranks.
How many times have you been to New Roads, Mike?
Well, I've been there a couple times, and yes, there is a bridge. I know a guy, and he told me. There really ain't nothing but rice fields there and crawfish fields.
Yeah.
So you better eat before you get there.
Absolutely. And I think you find some, Mike, if I'm not mistaken, you can get to New Roads going through St. Francisville if you were trying to find some place to eat, right?
You can. And look, if there is a cafe or restaurant there, you better believe it's probably good.
Oh,
Yeah. I know they have a McDonald's in
come
St.
on.
Francisville.
Come on.
We ain't.
No, we can do better than that. I'm just
throwing all the options out.
Robert Kennedy gets that menu a little more healthy.
We need to expand our horizons on that. Stay away from the arches in St. Francisville.
Yeah, a little jambalaya or something.
We'll figure it out.
We'll find something.
Thanks, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Sanders is going to try this kick again. He gets the bounce he's been looking for. I don't know. The Apaches may have come up with it.
They're cheering like they did.
He does have a nice touch that he puts on the ball. And he didn't get the big hop he was looking for earlier, but that time he did. And it looks like Glenbrook may have recovered it, and they're going to have the football now. They're trailing the Eagles 49-6. Clock running with 5 minutes left to play in the football game. Eagles lead this contest again 49-6. Eagles will be making their way to New Roads, Louisiana next week to take on the Hornets of Catholic High Point Capay. Second round of the Division IV Select Playoffs. This young Eagle defense going to get another opportunity here. Full house backfield behind the quarterback, Sanders.
Number 57 running the ball. You don't say that very much, do you?
Number 57 is going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's going to be second down and 10. And you got to think, too, Daniel, probably a great opportunity for some of the guys on Glenbrook's roster to get in as well. This is going to be their final game of the 2024 campaign. You see a 50-something number on the roster. It could be maybe his last chance to run the ball.
Yeah, I think they have 13 seniors. A lot of them were on this team that came over here a couple years ago.
Sanders keeps this one on the ground. Nice push up front by the Glenbrook offensive line. Going to be a gain of 6 on the play. Set up third down and 4. Inside of 4 minutes now. 3:45 left to play in the ball game. Eagles lead 49-6.
The Hornets down in Catholic Point Capay had a 9-1 season. So they sit at 9-1. They have the number 6 seed. Their win-loss record mirrors ours. They won the first 9 games, lost to Opelousas Catholic in week 10 to move to 9-1. They were undefeated going into week 10. Just like the Eagles were.
It's going to be a good football team that we go down to face at Catholic High Point Capay. First down and 10 for the Apaches as we're getting ready to wind this game down. 3 minutes left to play. It looks like the Apaches basically, Daniel, have adapted a wedge type play.
Yeah.
just running right up the middle of the field, a gain of 7 on that one. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 with 2 minutes. 3 running backs in the backfield. Give this one to another one of the up backs. And I don't know, depending on the spot, it looks like he's going to have enough for a first down.
Yep.
As the officials will signal first down and move the chains. Clock running with 2:30 left to play in the game. Ouachita Christian 49, Glenbrook 6. The Apaches again with full house backfield. They'll keep this on the ground with number 1, Seth Mangrum. And looks like Mangrum will pick up 5. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. 2 minutes left to play in the football game. Eagles 49, Apaches 6. Sanders will go under center. Again, with a full house backfield behind him, he turns. They're going to hand this one, and boy, big lick that time by a couple of Eagle defenders. Number 72, the ball carrier. That's Colton Jellum.
Yeah, that was Wyatt Wilson, number 8, again with a big hit. He's had several really nice tackles.
Jellum, the ball carrier, actually shaking up on the play. And he'll get to his feet and make it off the field under his own power. Took a big shot that time.
Let's see.
Again, probably, Daniel, when you see the number 72, probably just an opportunity for somebody to get to run the ball.
Yeah.
But it's 1 minute 35 seconds. So even with an injury, the clock's rolling. The Apaches are going to find themselves with 3rd and 8 at the Eagle 20.
I'm looking at the...
Sanders looks to throw. He's got some pressure. He's feeling it immediately. Reverses field. That was going to be caught.
Good gracious.
I don't think it'll be enough for a first down. It's going to be 4th and 1. The Apaches trying to put another touchdown on the board. The clock is not their friend now with 55 seconds left to play in the ball game. Facing a 4th and 1. Sanders hands it inside, and that's going to be more than enough for a first down. And they actually, Glenbrook is going to put another touchdown on the board against this Eagle backup defense. Mangrum, the ball carrier. Daniel.
Yeah.
They're going to kick an extra point or try a 2-point conversion. And in either case, that's going to end this football game.
It is. It is. Looking at some of the scores, Southern Lab's going to move on. They'll make a trip to Monroe next week to play the St. Frederick Warriors. St. Martin's Episcopal they'll beat Delhi Charter. They're up big. Westminster Christian will beat Delta Charter. They're up big. Mangum looks like they'll move on against East Iberville. Hamilton Christian's going to beat St. John. I don't think there's any big surprises here in the first round. Most of the time there's not. Probably the biggest surprise in our bracket is Opelousas Catholic and Westminster Christian. It's a close ball game. Opelousas Catholic is up 28-27 in the 3rd quarter, so we won't see them. They're not even on our side of the bracket. So Kentwood Kangaroos win 56-6 at St. Mary against St. Mary's. So no big surprises in our side of the bracket.
Well, the Ouachita Christian Eagles are going to win tonight's contest 49-12, and going to get ready. Get ready to go south. I think Mike alluded to it earlier, right, Daniel? We're going to be heading south every week. Unless something now. Wait a second. Here's one thing we got to do. Is there? So you're taking it off the board?
There's no chance. They're on a bye. They're on a bye this week.
Okay, so we're
number 6 seed. They received a first round bye. They will host. This will be their first playoff game. So kind of put the theories to the test here. Is it better to play or to heal for a week? Well, they healed this week, and This will be their first game of the playoffs. Number 6 seed will host the number 11 seed Washita Christian Eagles.
I don't think. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, I don't think we had a starter play the entire second half, did we?
No, we had a couple of kids that get a little playing time sometimes, but no starters in the second half.
So you get a chance to do a little bit of healing. I don't know that a half of football is anything that's going to put you in a bind.
No, but it's going to reduce the risk of something happening.
Yeah.
Freak accident or something.
Yeah.
That could knock somebody out for the remainder of the playoffs.
Well, no, that's what I'm getting at too, Mike. When I say that, I just mean to say that, getting that first half in, probably not bad to get the you know what I mean, to kind of, I guess, exercise some of the demons from last week.
That's right. I think we needed it. I think it's going to do us. I think it's going to pay off for us next week. And Catholic Point Capee was the last game in the dome that my son played. My youngest son, he was a senior, and he fumbled, had a couple of fumble recoveries, and caused another fumble. It was a great way to go out, and I'd like for these seniors to do the same this year. Go out with a win in the dome. There's no way to end your career, no better way to end your career than that. So I'd like to see it.
I think that was the game where Will Fitzhugh had like a rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, interception, return touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He had several, and I think that was his only pick six of his career because he'd had interceptions in games but never had a pick six, and ended up being 67-22. And they scored a touchdown like on the last play of the game to make it 22. But it's great memory, and look forward to next week, and I hope we put it on them again.
Another potential opponent, and I'm not sure, Mike, your son being part of that team, I'm not sure, was that the team that we ended up having to play overtime against Vermilion Catholic against to get into that game?
No, it was not. We played Calvary. In quarters and won over there, that big game, that 20-point deficit at halftime.
Yeah.
And then we handled the next team.
I think it was Ascension Catholic, maybe.
Yeah, somebody like that, or Riverside or somebody. And then
it wasn't Riverside.
And then we go down there and handle business in the dome. So I just remember my son. In fact, we thought about it today. I was on the sidelines when we recovered that fumble in the Calvary game, and to clinch that game, I looked at him and hugged him. I said, "Son, you just won a state championship." He said, "Dad, we got 2 more games." I said, "You're right, but this right here, in my opinion, was the state championship." And because that game was just unbelievable. And not knocking the other teams, they could have won too, but I just know how tough Calvary was that year.
Yeah, it was a good football team, excellent quarterback, a lot of talent at receiver, talented running game, one of the greatest games. And I think too, Mike, it's not only the fact that we were able to go on and beat Calvary, but I want to say we had a 21-point deficit at halftime.
It was like 33-13 at half, and great halftime speech by Fitzhugh, and kids came out and just stuck to their guns and made some plays, and man, a memory that'll last a lifetime for those kids.
I tell you, and I think one of the things that stands out to me the most is, Mike, I don't remember the young man, but we had kicked off, and probably one of the most dangerous returnmen that year.
Yeah,
actually got it in his hands.
He was he's their best running back.
He was good.
And I'm standing literally, he kicked it to our sidelines, and I was standing on the sideline right even with him. I was probably 10 feet from it.
Julian Stevenson
hit him in the chest and hit the ground, and we recovered it. And
he got ran over and forced a fumble. Julian Stevenson did. It was fantastic.
Yep, Julian Stevenson recovered it. Man, I'm gonna tell you, that's some excitement. That's why I love this game.
Yeah, the Donnie actually has his notes over here from that game.
Oh, of course.
So what I know, but so what it is Mike, he's referring to number 8, and he just pointed to it to basically verify what you said. Number 8, by the way, took the opening kickoff 88 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah. Coach Fitzhugh told me that game. He was like, "Hey, we're not going to kick it to this guy." And sure enough, first kick of the game, they just send it to him, and he houses it.
Well, and he had only a few weeks before that taken it
done the same thing against St. Frederick. So I mean, why would you? But
yeah.
But yeah, Julian Stevenson. I remember that game.
Yeah.
Now that was, and I'm telling you,
he was number 2.
A good little football player, but not a guy that you would say was a standout. But when they needed the biggest, I mean, it was just unbelievable. And being in the right place, like we talked about earlier, at the right time.
Number 2. He wasn't number 2.
And made a great play down there to do that.
It was, man, those kids are going to love that. And I hope that in every 4 years we have games like that so that kids that are in the program get to experience stuff like that no matter what grade they're in.
Well, Mike, I got to tell you, I've been a part of all of those up here, and I'm totally content with us just winning comfortably the rest of the way out because they age you.
No, absolutely.
And they
I'm good with 30-point wins every time.
I am too. I know.
Is it possible though? Is it possible? I mean, because the games we talk about, those are those dog fights, and this team right here, they haven't experienced that.
No, not yet.
I'm gonna tell you, we the way it fell. The bracket fell. I mean, just knowing the teams as well as we do, just looking at them through the year, I feel like we got a good draw.
We did,
and I believe that going forward we can take advantage of that. There's going to be a lot of heavy hitters knocking themselves out on that top side of the bracket.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, and I will tell you this too, Mike. Make no mistake about this. My kind of sleeper in this, and I'll tell you right now, is I'm going to be real interested to see. I don't know, looking back. I know we were able to defeat the Riverside Rebels in the Superdome, maybe around 2000-ish.
Yep.
We were able to do that, but I don't think our record against Riverside has been stellar, and I'll tell you why. Riverside's got a really good football program down there in Reserve, Louisiana, and I think you're going to see on that side of the bracket Ascension Catholic going to have to face Riverside at some point, which that
would be the quarters.
Catholic is probably, me and Coach Harper were talking, probably the stud of our bracket.
Riverside's got a running back that's the real deal.
That's what I'm saying.
So
and
you were talking about
Marlon Berry.
The 4 quarters where we gave up like 500 yards. Well,
Yes.
I remember the game we gave up the most yards in OCS history and was against Riverside in the playoffs. I had talked to one of their coaches and one of their fans or something, and they said, the basketball coach from Salmon came up here this year, and he's helping with football, and he brought 8 kids with him.
Ooh.
And they were all like 6'6", and the quarterback was huge. He was like Cooper Russell back there, but could throw it really well. And they just picked us apart all night.
I think that was here, wasn't it, Mike?
It was here.
Yeah. The playoffs.
My oldest son was playing then. I think he was a lower classman at the time, but So you never know what you're going to get.
Well, I think it's man, it's what defines high school football, and it's what defines football in our state this time of the year, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And Mike, I'm telling you right now, we're not eating McDonald's next week in St. Francisville.
No,
we're
not.
It's not.
It's there. I'm just telling you, it's there.
Tootsie Roll or something.
We got to figure it out. But in either case, Mike, thanks so much tonight.
Yep.
Appreciate your help, and look forward to next week as the Eagles will travel to New Roads. We'll have to figure out where we're going to eat between here and there, and I know that. We're going to place that as a top priority. I will tell you this: make no mistake about it. Catholic High Point Capay is a proud, tradition-rich school that is going to be ready to play football against these Ouachita Christian Eagles. And if you think that they forgot about the fact that they have not had a lot of success against us, you need to think again.
No, they're
because they will be ready. Yep. And look, every week we play in this thing, the more challenging it is going to become. Tonight, we ran up against a group of a football team that we're just simply, we've got
we deeper than them. We have more skilled players, bigger. Hey, I also want to tell you this. I bet you that we can find some good food down there. Besides McDonald's.
Well, of course we can. There's going to be an opportunity.
Plenty of natural resources.
There's going to be an opportunity.
Yeah.
We're going to try to make that happen. But, hey, want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight as the Ouachita Christian Eagles are going to open the 2024 playoffs in Division IV Select with a victory Well, I'm looking down. Yeah. Okay. So with a victory over the Glenbrook Apaches, and it is going to be 49-12. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report, Daniel Kirkendall with the color commentary, and of course Donnie Haley with the numbers. You know what I think I need to do too? We need to thank the boys that brought everybody the images of tonight's game. Everybody on the crew that's responsible for our live stream, as well as Heath and Coach Q.
Heath Griffin, Brandon McQuillan. Also, hey, you know what?
What?
I also want to thank Cody Bauman for doing the PA. You know, he comes up here and he does a great job. And so, you know, these guys are up here in the booth with us. And then you have all our camera guys, Jake Maxwell,
and I got to tell you something else, too. You know what else?
Carson
Here's
McQuillan.
the thing. All this fantastic gear around us.
Scott Moore, yeah.
Well, this is it.
It don't plug itself in, I'll tell you that.
No. But this is it. We're not gonna be doing a game up here anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's over there. Maybe one more. Daniel's.
I love your optimism, Heath. That's one of my favorite things about you. But I would. I'd go ahead and pack it up. You know? Not tonight, but we before next Friday morning. We're going to have to leave early.
Eagles are going to win this game tonight over Glenbrook, 49-12. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight as Ouachita Christian advances. Headed to New Roads, Louisiana next week to take on Catholic High Point Capay in the second round. I want to thank you again for tuning in tonight. You've been listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in and have a great evening.